I just realized that cut the intro off. Okay, hey, OmniBros. Yeah. We're here's me and Comics Guide, and we have a guest tonight, BunkMasta B.
Oh, that's me. I'm the guest. I'm the bunk.
You are Bunk, and in the green room, you guys are talking about your jacket. I assume that's some kind of wrestling thing.
That is indeed. This is the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
That's right, baby.
And we're going to get funky like a monkey. And it is a sweet 90s windbreaker throwback. Like you can see I don't know if it'll pick up there, but like you can see the mesh going through it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what like me in 5th grade would have worn on the playground. And I'm glad that me at 38 gets to wear it in just everyday life.
The dream comes true.
Absolutely. I'm jealous that you have that kind of weather, because if I were to wear that here in Miami, within about an hour, I'd have a heat stroke in the middle of the street.
Honestly, it's still a little warmer than ideally I would be wearing this. Like light jacket weather is my favorite weather, and we're still pushing like mid 70s a lot of these days, like pushing up to 80. So it's like we're not Miami, so I can justify wearing this and not get like too sweaty. But in Miami, it'd be like, well, that'll be cool to wear never.
Yeah. Geez.
Just a display piece.
Absolutely, man.
Let's see. Okay, let's start at the bottom, because I know I'm going to get lost or behind. Backato's here. What up, Backato?
What's up, buddy?
Hello, everybody.
It's NFL Dude. It's easy to ignore the current year of comics, since 1986 was the best year for comics. Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen, Mutant Massacre, Elektra Assassin, Mouse. What the F? Strike Force Morituri, you're putting it in with Watchmen? Dark Knight Returns? Okay, NFL Dude, you do you. Yummy Fur and Dragon Ball anime. I'm glad all that stuff makes you happy.
I have a confession to make. I've never read Mouse.
Oh, you have?
I've never. It's been a black hole as a comic book reader that I've never read Mouse.
I think the bigger question is, have you read Yummy Fur?
No.
Oh my god. Oh, that's the real shame. You know, Mouse is just one of the seminal pieces of the medium, but Yummy Fur, I mean, come on.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word on it. I'll put it to the list.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of Yummy Fur before this moment right now. And I do wonder if someone's kind of put me on there with something called Yummy Fur. I'm afraid to Google that without a safe search open.
It's a real book. I remember that name. I think it's like a super indie comic, like what Cycle Cleveland would buy. Well, NFL Dude will explain in a little bit.
It's not the kind of thing I need to open an incognito browser to check out. Okay,
no, you can go ahead.
I was wondering if that would take me to someone's DeviantArt page, and I'd be like, well, I can't have this in the house. No shade to those that are into it, but yeah, I've got young kids, and I see things like Yummy Fur, and I question whether or not they can exist in this house.
Oh my gosh, dude! So my kiddo has very seldomly. We try to limit it a lot. She uses the tablet, and we have YouTube Kids on it.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I'm cooking dinner, and I'll just hear something in the background going, "The hell is she watching?" And I have to run and drop everything on the stove and just go look and make sure she's not watching something that she shouldn't be. Because YouTube Kids does a pretty good job of filtering stuff out, but you just never know these days.
Oh, 100%. We've had to go in and like manually block channels from there. Like there was this one like Nastya, and it was this like Russian dubbed into English thing where this little girl marries a like man in a stuffed bear outfit, and then like her dad has to like watch as she marries and then like he treats her horribly, and like I don't know what this is, but I hate it. I feel so uncomfortable, and like this is no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel the same way about Blippi.
Yeah, well, especially if you go on his Wikipedia and you find out some of the other stuff he did as like Steve Grossman, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I don't need to.
I could tell that you gave me the skeeves.
Who? Blippy?
Yeah.
Is he's a YouTube channel for kids?
Yes, he's geared towards the little kids, but I've always got the vibe that if he were to ever come around an elementary school, he'd probably be arrested or he'd probably got a restraining order around an elementary school.
Oh, wow.
I've always felt he's like weirdly active with his hands, not in a like, hey, look, I'm like jazz hands, but like me.
Wow. Okay. It's good that you guys are on it.
I mean, there's a lot. Look, there's a lot of great YouTube that is geared towards children. There's a lot of other stuff out there that I'm just like, this is a little creepy. I'm not vibing with this person.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Speaking of comics, where can we buy those groundbreaking comics? And Kane says some online comic book store. I forget its name. What? How dare you? That is InStockTrades.com, where you can get your books of comics for 30 to 60% off. They always have tons of sales now. Don't forget your 2% discount, customer loyalty discount. $50 or more in an order. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. The last Monday of September, not only is it my sister's birthday, but we give away a free $50 gift card to you via the lottery system. It's like completely legit and not rigged like it used to be. So fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Yeah.
Now, if your sister were to win that $50 gift card for her birthday, what sort of comics do you think she would be into, and how much yummy fur is she buying?
You know, I've tried to. I sent her one of my all-time favorite books, and that's The Fade Out.
Okay.
By Brubaker and Phillips.
Yeah. Classic old Hollywood story.
Yeah, she's a writer, and she reads books like crazy, just consumes them, and she's always writing. She has a publishing company, and I sent it to her as a Christmas present, and then I found out it was out of print and going for like $150 on eBay, which would have been better because she never even read it. She sent it back to me. I'm like, whoa, I'm just striking out here. My daughter won't read them. My wife doesn't understand them. Yeah. I am just, I am bereft.
Throw her into the deep end and send her a copy of Invisibles.
or yummy fur. Yeah.
Yeah. Get her the filth and see, see how interested she is at that point. Just all the Morrison, all the like out there stuff.
Oh, this is Chester Brown's anthology. Yes, he is a sexual deviant. He made an probably shouldn't have said that. He made an autobio comic about the year he spent paying women in the night when he needed relief. Didn't he, NFL dude, didn't a new thing of Chester's come out called Paying for It? I was thinking about getting that.
That sounds like the thing he just described.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's like Yummy Fur Extended Director Edition or something.
Wait. Does Yummy Fur take place in the 1970s? Because if so, that might just be what he's talking about.
Never
mind. Went over your head. That's fine. We can move on.
Sorry. Wait, I actually have something for that. Where is that? Okay.
Grooming habits were different in the 1970s, and I'll leave it at that.
They were. Yes, they were.
Okay. Your joke. I'm playing this all night long. I'm not even gonna look at the comments.
You did tell us that we needed to bring our C- material here, and I'm just trying to to please here. This cannot be an all timer. This has got to be just like a bottom of the barrel Drek.
Yeah. So nobody say anything great in the chat. Just be mediocre, because I discovered our storage is full on StreamYard, and this episode isn't recording. So actually, we can do whatever we want. You can start drinking and start stripping. Pretend I'm Cliff on Comics. Comics Guide. You can show us all your evil DVDs that will scare us, all of us forever. And
actually, I just got a bunch of really weird shit from like the 70s, from like the Italian knockoff era.
Giallo?
No, I got Zombies from.
Is it Giallo or Gal? It's
Giallo,
right?
Giallo.
Yeah,
Giallo. Actually, I've never seen a Giallo film. No, I just picked up Zombie from. I forgot his name. Okay, so back in the 70s, kids, the Italians didn't give dick about copyright infringement. Okay, so Night of the Living Dead comes out. It's really popular. It's really big, and the Italians decide, you know what? Let's make our own knockoff film of that. And pretty much they make a movie that is a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, but not legally speaking a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, and it's called Zombie. I've heard it's great. It's part of what was classified as the video nasties from that time period, where it's a whole bunch of films that were banned and were illegal because of their violence or their content or stuff like that in the 1970s.
That's a zombie.
That is a zombie. It has
zombie in a lot of pain.
It has a scene where a shark eats a zombie that is classic. I still haven't seen it.
I missed a bunch of these. Let's see. I saw Yarne's here. My PS5 controller got stick drift right before a Silk Song platforming area. I have to get a new controller before going further.
Yeah, that's
Bunk is the master of Silk Song and its predecessor, Far Side, or whatever you said it was. What is it? Explosion?
Yes, the Far Side, the classic comics, one panel comic strip. It's weird that the sequel became a like super tight action platformer, but Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
That game. Like there was a New York Times article that just came out about how hard Silk Song is. There has already been a patch to make it easier in the beginning that came out after I beat all those sections. Like there are so many people just talking about how hard this game is. Have you been playing it?
I'm on Act 2.
Okay,
it's like pulling teeth at this point.
So I am at Last Judge. I've had the first week it came out, I was like absorbed with it. I went on Jess's show on like the Saturday after it came out on that Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I work from home on Fridays. I probably owe my employer money for how little work I did on Friday. And I just this past week, I was like, I cannot play this game during the work week because nothing will get done. Like I would just pick it up and be like, yeah, I'll just play a run and just like see how far I can get. And then it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, what happened?
Yep.
You were drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night that stream, so you could stay.
I think I stayed up until 2 a.m. that night. But I was on a batter days, so the show started at 8 o'clock, and I was actively drinking coffee at that point, which is something I don't ever do. So that once we finished, and that stream went like 3+ hours, no 4+ hours.
I think it went 4, yeah.
And because I wanted to be ready to play more Silk Song, like that, which again, these are habits I do not normally do. So like I got to the point where it's like, I can't play this during the week. I cannot do that.
I have to confess to you, I'm in a similar boat where back in my 20s, my early 20s, I could be up till 1, 2 in the morning and then float into work like a butterfly and just be perfectly fine for the remainder of the day. I can't do that anymore. But the chokehold that this thing has had on me, because the other night I went. My wife usually will stay on the couch and she'll knock out. She'll wait till we go to bed. It was probably around 11 o'clock that my wife just rolled over and she goes, "I'm going to bed." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll be over there in a minute."
Yep. I have used that same line.
2 hours later, it's 1 a.m, and I'm going, "What time? Oh no! Oh, I've made a mistake. I've made a massive mistake." So I'm rolling into bed at 1 a.m, going, "Okay, how can I squeeze 5 or 4 hours of sleep before I have to get up in the morning and try to make it feel like I've slept 7 hours?" I paid for it. I paid for it really badly the next day.
Yeah.
But it look, it gets harder.
Oh, I'm aware. I've had so I've done almost everything I can do prior to Last Judge, and just the little things I've seen outside of it, I'm like, I am ready to die a lot more than this.
You could skip Last Judge. There's a way to go around him.
I believe it, but I'm not. I haven't really had an actual chance to really go at Last Judge yet. But anytime I've picked it up, it's like either I've been doing something else or like I just haven't had a real chance to. So when I allow myself to actually like pick it back up and like uninterrupted do that, I really want to do. I have 2 other areas. I know there's like the poison water area where it like replaces your silk with the green stuff. I know I can go through there, and then there's the other part that's near the slab where if you're out too long, your heart start getting icy. I know that I can go there, but like nah, I want to see what happens with this.
Good. Would you like a super quick tip for the Last Judge?
Please.
Okay. You'll know when, or you should catch on, but run. It's all I can say for the Last Judge. Okay. You'll know the exact moment I'm talking about. Just run. Don't wait. Okay?
Okay. Yeah,
I've
really only had like, I don't know, maybe 3 like actual like attempts where I've been able like fully in a right state of mind attempt it. And I've gotten to the second phase where she starts making like her ball and chain flamey. Okay. And like you start filling from there. But like I said, I haven't been able to like devote the time that I know that boss is going to need.
Do you have the crest that makes it so you take less fire damage?
No.
There is an item that you can pick up.
Is that the lava one? Because there was one. And that affects her too?
Yes. It cuts her damage with the fire stuff. It cuts it down from 2 to 1.
Cool. I will. That is. Because I got that at the end of, what is that, the Maw that you get that in, where you're going through, but like super early on.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
And like I got it basically as I was finishing that section and there wasn't any more lava, so I was like, I got it and then never equipped it, never thought about it. Yeah, but that's a good call.
Yeah, use it. It
if
helps.
You forget what you said, I accidentally recorded all of it in a text that I was going to send to Dom of X. I accidentally hit the button, and the whole thing, I almost sent it to Dom.
Listen, if you're going to send it to Dom, we can switch this over to what everyone is excited about with Pokemon Legends ZA and the presumed Mega Evolution leaks and what everyone is excited for.
I'm happy to talk about that. I mean, I'm happy to have you guys on and talking about that.
I love the idea of you being happy to talk about that.
Yeah. We just found out the other night Jess is getting into Pokemon, so I'm really looking forward to.
What?
Yeah, you said that the other night on Monday.
What? No,
on Monday.
Is this back in Painkiller Jess era where he's having whole conversations and shows that he just does not remember? October's going to show up. It's going to ship to him, and he's like, "What?" He's going to unbox it live, and he's like, "What is this?"
Listen, 2017, 2018 Jess and Lou shows. I don't remember them because I was under the influence of certain things, and Jess was on painkillers, so it was just back and forth for a few hours.
That was 2016, right?
It had to be.
Yeah.
16, 17. Yeah.
That whole year in 2011, that whole year I was on painkillers. So because of my various ailments. So yeah, I believe that I was on pills and you were bonging out.
Oh, yeah, I was blitzed out of my mind for some of those episodes.
Yeah, and you didn't really show it.
No. I was pretty good at hiding it. I balanced it out pretty well.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna send this to Don. I'm gonna be on this right now and talk. Okay, what's happening? Pokemon something?
Oh, that's right.
Pokemon Legends ZA.
We brought it up on Monday, Jess. You're gonna start collecting Pokemon cards, right? Isn't that what you mentioned?
Pokemon Legends.
I mean, like,
There you go.
I don't know, man. Like, now that they started doing the like illustrated rares, like
That is pretty cool.
they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And also they make awesome incentive gifts for kids. Because they make some that are like look awesome and are super cheap. So it's like get them a 25-cent card and they think it's like the biggest thing ever. Like I was the best dad in the world when for first day of school, they each got their own special EX Star Hollow, like, awesome. And it was like I just went to like the store and it was like one special, please, and it was like here are 2 quarters. Thank you very much. I will take my best dad points now.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Hey, Jess, have you seen the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man cards?
No. What? Bunk told me first, and then somebody else told me what was it? Magic the Gathering? Mm-hmm. Something special's happening with them.
There's a whole Spider-Man set that's either about to come out or actually today might even be pre-release for it.
I don't think it was Spider-Man though. What you?
No, it's Spider-Man. I think the pre-release.
I know, but that wasn't what Bunk and this other person. I think it was a viewer told me about or maybe it came up in.
I think we talked about a few sets because there's been so many sets that have come out. We had a Final Fantasy one that came out over the summer. Spider-Man is imminently dropping, and then we've got an Avatar: The Last Airbender set that's coming later on in the year.
I wonder what you told me. And the other guy, he was like a viewer leaving a comment, and you said, "Yeah, I talked about that. I talked to him about that last year or something, or earlier in the year."
Oh yeah, no, that was just the Jed McKay Magic the Gathering comp. Yeah, that was the one where like you were on. That was back in the Black Cat era where you were just like. Every stream, like you were like, everyone stop what you're doing. I need you to go out and read Jed McKay. Death of Doctor Strange, Clea, like it's all so good. And then I was like, so you're a pretty big fan, huh? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, at this point, it's a blind read, right? Like if his name's on it, you'll check it. You're like, yeah, absolutely. I'll absolutely do that. And I was like, here you go. Here's the next reading. Like and you went, you son of a bitch. You got me sounds like me.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did you
check out the private chat, Jess? I put them in there. If
okay.
You want
yeah.
I think some of these cards look really cool.
Okay, I will share them. Just a sec.
I will say with this particular set, if anyone is trying to pick these up, like if you're looking at these and you think it's cool, the price on these seems to be pretty rapidly dropping. Like if anyone has never purchased Magic cards in general, prices when they first come out are typically very, very inflated because no one has them and then just very quickly drop. And we've already seen interest in the set is way lower than expected. So, I mean, just in the last month, we've seen sealed product prices drop like in half from what the pre-order was. So give it some time and then just pick up the individual cards of anything you're looking for. But there's some super cool treatments on these. You get some Ditko art. There are a lot of different characters across it. So like there's an awesome Silk. I love Silk coming from there. So I'll be picking up some of her just to like have it. But there's definitely some cool cards coming from this.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the set really well. I was very impressed with what I've seen so far. Let me see. But I just know if I start collecting these, it's just a rabbit hole that I didn't know. No. I had my Magic thing back in my college days, and I'm like, I just can't. It's such a money hole for me.
These do look cool.
And these are like the regular treatments. So I'm sure if you keep scrolling down, they actually have like comic book versions so those are like the card frames that look like Magic cards. They have other ones that look like comic books.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like for instance, you can see the Spider-Man there in that one. They've got a whole bunch more that look like that. The one that's like in the third column slot, as opposed to the ones with like the frame, and those are the really cool looking ones.
I love it when they use the whole space.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it took them a very long time to realize, oh wait, we can like play around with this and people will pay us a lot more, because for so long they were married to just that regular frame, and then they were like, hey, what if we make other versions of the cards? And then some people were like, no, absolutely not, you can't do that. And then other people like me were like, yes, please, this looks rad.
So Sudden Strike, that's different from all the other stuff. This is like a battle card or something you put down.
So not to derail this with Magic stuff, but yeah, there's broadly there are two kinds of cards. Yeah. So they had some fun. So Thwip is like something that you can play. So there are what's known as permanent cards. So those are things like if like an actual like Spider-Man or something like that. That's going to be a tangible thing typically that will stay on the board and can do things. So like spider people or things, or there's what's typically known as spell cards. And so what you were talking about there, that Thwip or something like that, that's something that happens. And so like in that moment you play that and you get that effect, and then it goes away. So like web up's a bit, but yeah, like the Thwip, you see it says instant. So that's something that you can do right then and there, and then you get that effect and it'll go away.
Okay, there we go. I'm
wondering some of those Final Fantasy cards, I was like, oh man, they look great, but I knew they were going to be expensive.
Well, that set was like the best-selling set of all time. Like they were sold out at the distributor level before it all dropped, and then they didn't have. Okay, so like if you stop right there, so where you're, so you can see those are some of the alternate treatments. So like they have the one that your cursor is over, that's the same card as if you look the one all the way to the left, but it's a different treatment of it. So that's the classic Steve Ditko version. And then that one actually, do you see the little arrows at the bottom of it where it's like making a circle?
Oh,
so
that?
Like yeah. So if you click on that, there's a backside to this card, and it'll turn into, so it starts as Peter Parker, and then when certain conditions are met, you can turn it into Spider-Man. And then you can do the same thing for the Steve Ditko art over. So click on, and then you get that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that particular one, that Steve Ditko art is like one of the most expensive cards from the set. The Infinity Stone from this is the most expensive, but that's one of the most. And then there's an amazing Bagman version of this same card. That's like super rare. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right there.
Spectacular, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they have like the different Spider-Man costumes. So it's all the same card functionally if you're playing the game, but they have the different versions of the character at different rarities. And then those are worth more in the aftermarket because of that.
Wow. So if I wanted to buy this set, it's already sold out, and it was sold out.
No. This set, I believe the official release doesn't happen until next week, but you can buy packs of it. That was the Final Fantasy one that I was saying that like sold out at the distributor. This one is going to is widely available, and you can buy either just packs that you can open with random cards, or if there are certain ones you're looking for, like for me, I know I'm buying at least Silk. I can just go online and just buy that individual one instead of opening a pack and hoping that, of all the different cards, I open that particular one.
Okay. And so if I'm lucky, I could find the Steve Ditko Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep. So that would be like one of the big hits there. I mean, if you're really lucky, you'll get a Soul Stone. That would be, the Soul Stone, like each pack's about $5, $6, something like that. The Soul Stone card itself, in this, for the regular version, I think is about 100 right now. That'll probably go down. The specialized versions are, probably getting, are hundreds of dollars. Wow. But most of these, do not approach that. There's like every set, there's like 1 or 2 chase cards that, start going for that amount. Most of them are going to be less than $10 a piece for like even the really, really like high level ones.
This comes out officially just September 26th. My birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
does that mean we'll see you at Friday Night Magic, Jess?
At Bunk's house, and he's teaching me how to use the cards.
I'll tell you what, buddy. You can get an invite to my Commander night with my dad buddies. Just got to wait till all the kids go to sleep.
Okay. William Lee, welcome. He loves the Dusty Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes. What's that? Oh, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah, this actually it's a windbreaker. So this is actually a jacket, even better than a shirt.
Yeah. Are you excited for tomorrow?
I will actually be missing WrestlePalooza Live.
Horrible name.
So it's because it's on ESPN. They want to give it something new, and they've used a lot of different wrestle blank names over the years. But yeah, my wife and I actually have a date lined up for tomorrow. So I'm coaching. My wife is coaching my son's soccer team. Then I'm coaching my daughter's soccer team. Then we're dropping them off with the grandparents, and my wife and I have a romantic date lined up in the early afternoon of watching a local wrestling show with one of our couple friends. And then from there, we're skipping the evening wrestling show, and we're going to have just like a date night with them. So
you have fully infected your wife with wrestling injections. She digs it.
She tried to stay away from it so hard. And when she realized that it's all just a big soap opera, she was like, all right, I'm hooked. Like my wife is a huge fan of like the Bravos of the world, your housewives, your things like that. And when she realized that wrestling is just that, but also with top level, athletic skill and improvisation, she was like, all right, no, I'm here for it. Like she went to SummerSlam with me last year.
That's awesome. So
awesome.
Yeah, my wife was never into wrestling until I started watching it in front of her, and then she started catching on, and now she would point out the storylines like, oh yeah, this guy hates this guy because of this and stuff like that.
She's the same. My wife was like never one that grew up with it. She didn't think it was interesting, and then I would watch it with the kids. She'd be in the room, and she would try not to pay attention to it, and then she's like, wait, what's happening? And she'd pick up on those, and yeah, she got from there.
It was the same thing with me, but with Grey's Anatomy. The other way around. It's like, what is this? It's like Grey's Anatomy. Okay, whatever. And then three episodes later, I'm like, oh, that whore. She's cheating on Dr. McDreamy with this person.
Dr. McDreamy.
Yeah, my wife got me into a fantasy bachelor league for a few years that same way.
Kane loves the picture behind you, Lou.
Oh, my wife picked this up. Somebody from our local church gave it to us. It was really
nice.
Sweet. Yeah.
It does. It kind of clashes with the piano that used to be there, though.
Oh, I know. Well, we had to go get it tuned. So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Good enough to Axel. Good to see you here. Axel, no new comics for a year. Nice. Then I can work on reducing my stack of unread comics. How dare you talk about the topic at half an hour ago? That's way too early to talk about the topic.
We still got time.
That's fine. I don't even know if we're going to hit the topic. I mean, we've gone on like a super tangent. It's awesome. Yes, you are super wholesome, Kane, and NFL dude. Thank you. Yeah, he's live here. Send her.
Whoa.
Happy Friday. Yeah. Just be me, Eddie, mediocre, already way ahead of you. Spooey.
It also helped my wife when she saw Roman Reigns start walking down the entrance ramp, and she just went, "Who is that?" And I go, "That's Roman Reigns." And she went, "Oh." And then my mother-in-law, who's this older woman, she's 78. She walked into the living room and went, in Spanish, "¿Quién es eso?" I'm like, "That's Roman Reigns," and she goes, "Oh." Okay, all right.
My wife had a similar reaction when she saw Finn Balor's abs.
Oh, Finn Balor, yeah. That's a dude, man, that I wish he got more play. He's done so much, and he works so hard behind the scenes. I just don't think he gets the respect he deserves, honestly.
It's tough because he's been in for so long at this point that it's like and especially he had his time with obviously he's had multiple factions. He started the Bullet Club over in NJPW. Yep. He had the stuff that was going on here. Then he had Judgment Day. We're coming off that where it was so front and center that everyone finally was like, we need to get Judgment Day off TV. Like, there's so much talent going on right now that like everyone deserves time on TV and major storylines, but there's just not enough time for it.
I need to start jumping back into AEW because I left AEW for a while, but the WWE product has gotten kind of stale for me, especially with everything that's been going on just behind the scenes and stuff that's going on. I'm not going to get into it here, but I need to jump back into AEW. I've heard Omega's kind of been having some he's slowed down a little bit because of his diverticulitis, understandably so. But I heard the last Okada match wasn't as strong as the previous ones.
Kenny's never going to be Omega again, unfortunately. Like, I mean, the fact that he's even in a ring after that, is pretty incredible. It's really sad, but
I know
at this point. So he had an illness called diverticulitis, and I won't pretend to begin to know what that is, but he had to have many, many feet of his intestines removed. And I mean, this was a guy who, for a while, if you were making a list of the greatest wrestlers in the world,
top 5
would 100%
easy.
Yep. And that would be like across the board. People would tell you that, and he's done a lot. He's been doing it a while. The fact that again he's even in the ring now is incredible. But he is a name at this point only.
I think diverticulitis is when stuff gets caught in the sides of your intestine. Like there's the intestine instead of floating right through the food or whatever will get stuck in all over these little pockets of the intestine, and it causes major pain and can be infected and affect everything else. That's pretty radical that he had to have that much of his intestine removed.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Sasmer points out, Brock Lesnar was in the middle of his UFC run when he was diagnosed with it, and he had the same situation where they had to remove a lot of his intestine because it got so bad. So it is no joke to play with that stuff, dude. It's serious. Yeah, I need to jump back into AEW because it's just as a product, it's sounding more appealing to me.
Have you ever been to an AEW show?
No, but I'm dying to go because I've heard it's so much fun.
I legitimately think that for the in-person experience, AEW is the best that's out there. And it doesn't hurt that the prices are like half or less of WWE. Like I last December, I was second row for a December show. I've been fourth row, fifth row, and not paid crazy amounts of money for this. And just they don't. It's not the same spectacle. They don't have the same budget in production, and the storylines aren't anywhere near the level of WWE. But as far as just like being there in person, it's incredible.
That's what my wife said. Bear in mind,
he is going to be Akuma in the new Street Fighter movie. Lou and I were talking about that before we started out here, and I, for one, can't wait for it.
He also has leukemia, and he's got it under control right now.
Wow!
That's a lot. Just today, I was rewatching the promo where he comes in and he says, after the Roman Reigns character, the big dog, he says, "My name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia." And then, walking back out to the Shield with Seth and Dean. I get Dean at the time, John Moxley now, and just like the hug, and it was like broke my heart all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy too how much storyline they've gotten out of that betrayal with Seth with the steel chair. They have mined years and years of storyline out of that one single moment. I mean, that's been the catalyst for the bloodline. That was
when Sammy hit that at what was it, the end of the Royal Rumble, when he hit Roman with the KO match, and just mirroring that, it just so perfectly executed.
Yeah, I'm dying to go take my wife, because my wife she's passively starting to get into it. So I'm like, okay, my 14-year-old loves it. She loves Rhea Ripley. She wants to meet Rhea Ripley. She wants to meet all the wrestlers.
Who doesn't? I want to be Rhea Ripley.
Okay,
yeah.
wait. I'll search for her. I think I remember
So
her.
I want to take her to
You
the
remember Rhea
AEW
Ripley.
event.
When you pull her up, you'll remember.
So I want to take her to an AEW event, because even though we can afford the TKO price, the new TKO price hike, which is just stupid for decent seats, I feel like we would have a better time at an AEW show for the price that we would spend.
That's my thing, and especially like when you look at it for someone who's not a diehard fan. Like my wife likes it, but like if I'm trying to like say like, hey, listen, we can get floor tickets for like $200 a piece. It's like, I'm sorry, you want to spend $500 between the two of us after fees and parking to go see wrestling? I'm like, yes. She's like, we have kids, right?
Yeah.
We have a van and we have payments on that again now, right? Yeah.
Is this the gal that trained
No, not Samantha. No.
Who trained Batmantha at first?
So she didn't train her, but she was in the same wrestling school and class as.
Is it Bailey?
No, it was she was. You remember when give me a second here. When it was the Bailey group, but it was Bailey, EO, and the Australian who was injured a lot and got cut recently.
Somebody in the chat says Dakota Kai.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me go skip a bunch of stuff. Oh, hey, Sasmer.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Our own Batmantha trained briefly. She said, she got injured pretty early on, didn't get to go, but she was in the same training school and class as Dakota Kai.
Okay, Dakota Kai. No, this is Bat Cato's wife. Amy had diverticulitis after her operation.
Man,
the intestines became separated into pile in her body per day. She was in the hospital for 2 months.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, man.
It sounds like this was a past thing.
She's doing great now.
Oh,
okay.
Good.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's not something you want to run in your family. Let's see. This is all wrestling talk. Everybody's into wrestling in the chat.
The semicircle of comic book nerds with wrestling nerds is like it meets in the middle a lot.
The Venn diagram.
Yeah, the Venn diagram. There we go.
Yeah, it's either you are currently into wrestling and comics, or you just haven't watched enough wrestling yet, and you will be into it.
AJ Lee coming back after 10 years and just shredded, and I look down at my stomach and go, why didn't it do that? She looks.
I haven't been wrestling in 10 years. How come that promo that they did, dude, that pop that Chicago had when she came out, incredible.
Hey, CNSS, welcome. Glad you're here.
I would have never thought we'd see her again, because it sounded for a while like, no, she's done. She's moved on. She's doing her own thing now, which is good for her. I was really surprised she came back. Like, wow, okay.
Well, I mean, Punk was the same way, and I mean, just enough time, enough money, anything, and the fact that that Vince isn't there anymore, things change.
That helps. I'll be right back. I gotta wake my wife up. I think she fell asleep putting the kid down.
Hondo, what's up? Yeah, I remember this. It was all in vain. I never even. I could not. That's what Tyler Blunt did. When he was visiting me in the other house, he had me watch, I think, the first 9 episodes and explained things, I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's move on from this. You know what? We zipped through them, and he pointed out things.
That's a hard one to zip through. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, it's a classic, but man, that's a long thing. I mean, just like Naruto, just like Bleach, just like any of those, there is some filler, and you gotta.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard that for certain season numbers, that it's just like they extend out and don't mean anything. Right?
Oh
And
well, I mean,
was
in all of them, like any of the major fight scenes are like protracted, like super long, and it's like tons, like so much of that show. And I say this with love, but so much of that show is just characters watching each other go ha, and then just going, that power is incredible, interspersed occasionally with pew 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 pew.
Lou and Bunk Silk Song talk. Jess looks up Harley Quinn stuff on his phone. You're not wrong. Ice level. I did that part yesterday. That was for Silk Song. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
NFL
again, the intersection of comics fans and Silk Song fans is also a perfect circle.
Yeah,
right now.
there's a lot of people in the chat that are playing it. You need Dom on to have just named the original 151. Is that for Dragon Ball?
No. So this was when you were talking about Pokemon, and so there's a popular like genre of videos where someone who is into Pokemon gets someone who is not into it and just shows them a picture and says, "What do you think this guy's name is?" And then just like having them on the spot come up with things, like you get some very funny names, and then oftentimes like that's then turned into a game where then that name that was come up with, you get other people to guess. And it's like, can you figure out which Pokemon Jess was talking about when he named Snorkeldash?
That actually sounds fun. Okay. Yeah. That was quick, Matt.
That is the best yummy fur I think of. And we even have the gold chain going. I wasn't sure if that was just going to be the head photoshopped on, but no, that's the whole package.
Very nice, Matt. Bunk, how do you afford all of this on top of your original art?
So I guess what I would say to that is, one, I'm fortunate that my wife and I both have careers that allow us to have, hobby budgets outside of our lives. But the second thing is, I would say that I think I'm pretty smart about my budget. I'm aware of what market prices are. I'm aware of what my funds are. For instance, my original art pieces, I would say that a good portion, maybe even approaching like a third of my collection, I probably bought original art pieces for like $50 or less.
Jesus.
Some pieces you look at and you see these big headlines about, this piece sold for like $100,000 at auction. That's never going to be me. That's never going to be the stuff that I'm looking for. The stuff that I tend to be interested in, very stylized stuff, I go for that. And when I play Magic, I tend to be more of like a budget player. Like I don't go for the super expensive stuff. I don't go for like the splashy stuff. Like the ones where I was saying, that card's like $100. Like unless I open it in a pack, that's never going to be anything I'm even thinking about buying. For me, most of the cards that I'm playing are worth about a quarter to 50 cents. And I do it in a fun, casual environment with my friends after our kids have gone to bed. And we put on, 80s European goth, and it's just a way for us to hang out and do things right there. So like any hobby that has different price points, it's all about knowing what you can afford within your budget and knowing what's going to make you the happiest, and then kind of going from there.
Well said.
Here's a question from Yarne. Bunk, is your interest in Marvel and DC the same, or do you prefer one?
So I mean, I'm mostly a non big two reader, but I have a lot of affection for both of those. I would definitely say I'm more of a DC guy. You can see I have there we go. Even though that's what you can see here is Marvel Omnibus, right there is my favorite comic series of all time, and that's my signed and remarked question number 1 by Dennis Cowan.
Ooh.
The question is my favorite character in comics. When I think back to my favorite runs, it generally tends to be DC stuff. I have a huge affection for like the mid 2000s Infinite Crisis era stuff going on there, which is not, obviously I love Marvel too. I think both are great, but in general, I think I skew a little bit more DC than I do Marvel between the two.
How about a poll on what the topic should be?
If you put that up, no topic is going to run away with
nothing.
This,
yeah.
That was a couple of days ago when I had Crisis and Freddy on. I think James and Freddie helped me figure out how to create a poll. So it was all about, mostly it was me getting frustrated because I couldn't figure it out. So that's on top. That's on brand.
What?
That's on brand. Yeah. But then I figured it out and it was fun. But I've already forgotten how to do it. So I could try.
James as a moderator might be able to do something, or at least James, figure it out.
Hey, okay, so here's a question. How do you feel, and this is mostly directed towards Bunk, because I know how I feel about it. How do you feel about the current trend of people basically not necessarily taking the fun out of collecting the Pokemon cards and stuff like that, but really kind of turning it into this marketplace where people are just trying to constantly flip cards, and you see these guys at Costco at like 7 a.m. They're making the lines because they're just trying to buy up all the stock and stuff like that. I think it kind of ruins a little bit of the fun, doesn't it? Especially for new people trying to break in.
100%. I mean, like I've definitely watched, and it's my favorite thing to watch when I need to fall asleep quickly is like Pokemon card vending videos where like someone set up at a show and you hear like, someone's like, hey, what are you doing on that card? And they pull it out and it's like, oh, last sold $800. I'm like, what is this? I mean, the idea in a marketplace, you're always going to get supply and demand. You're always going to look at product as commodities. But, I'm old enough to remember when these first came out and sort of just the like innocent joy of going on the playground and looking at them and like no one knew how to play it. And like, there's a reason that all of those first sets, like it's so hard to find a PSA 10 Charizard because everyone was out and like mashing it and like having fun and just like enjoying those cards. And I think that there's something like so pure and beautiful to that joy. But it's the same question that goes with like, what do you think about someone taking a Golden Age comic and getting it slabbed and selling it at market for 100,000 instead of reading it? Like, in any hobby or video games, the idea that now there's graded games, this product that is meant to be opened up and played and enjoyed, and then going away from that and like, oh, it sold complete in box for this much money. It was still sealed. And that's the big thing for it. It's not the intended purpose that it goes there, but it's a commodity and it's a marketplace. And if people are willing to pay that much for it, I'm not that person, but I don't feel I have the right to tell other people what they should or shouldn't pay money on. I mean, again, we're all collectors here. To a general person, they look at these Omnis and they look at that $125 price tag and they go, I'm sorry, you bought one comic for $125? And then they look at an Absolute and say, I'm sorry, you bought 6 issues of a comic for $100? Are you dumb? I mean, I have to ask, sir, are you dumb?
I'm looking at my shelf right now, my movie shelf, and I'm like, yeah, I paid $70 for a special edition copy of The Hitcher. Yeah, I paid that.
I'm sorry, The Hitcher?
Speaking of movies,
The Hitcher.
Are you dumb?
The Hitcher. The Hitcher is awesome.
Is that with
the one that
Howard?
The other agent from GoldenEye 006, like where he was like the dude in the back of the car?
Rutger Hauer? Are you talking about?
Was Rutger Hauer
No,
in The
wasn't the
Hitcher?
Hitcher? Am I thinking of a different movie where wasn't that the one where like a guy picks up a hitchhiker and then like goes through and then he like sees and like the hitchhiker turns out to be a serial killer?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's The Hitcher. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. The Hitcher's awesome.
I
Fair
feel like
play
it
to you,
had.
man. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but
I feel like Rutger Hauer was in that.
He is. He's the
Oh,
Hitcher.
okay.
He's
Yeah.
the killer in the movie. It's a
Right.
great, it's a fun movie. I love it.
I like the way you backed off. Great. You're like, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I had to scale that back a little bit. I'm like, yeah.
I remember the LA Times when it came out. It must have been 1985 or 86.
Oh, okay. I think I'm probably thinking of a remake then.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
The LA Times just ripped it apart, just shredded it, and said one of the worst movies ever, and this is why. And then beat up on all its content. And now people love it. Back then, I think it was a flop.
It was a flop, but it caught on when HBO used to constantly just put it on repeat all the time, and people started revisiting and going, this movie's not that bad. There was a remake with Sean Bean.
Okay,
that was horrible.
That's okay. That's the one I was thinking. I don't think I've ever seen the original, so fair play. Maybe the original I'd watched it and I would go, man, I would pay $71 to have a copy of this movie in my life.
Speaking of expensive movies, Lou.
Yes.
Are you sure I'm gonna get my $60 worth on Superman from that movie place? Yeah, Steelbook.
Yeah, I've ordered from them before. They come through.
Where are they from?
I have no clue, but I've ordered stuff from them before, and they've come through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm spending $60 on the Steelbook of Superman.
Yeah, it's a very nice Steelbook.
It is, but I shouldn't be doing that. But it is really fun.
And that movie was very good. I
haven't
seen. I mentioned this before. I took my son to that, and I spent like the second. It was just me and him, and I spent like the second half of that movie just like constantly in tears. Like,
oh, that's so good to hear, because I did too. I almost started crying as soon as I saw Crypto in the very beginning. I actually, the first time I did start crying, and you're right, I was choked up through the whole movie.
Yeah, just like that idea of like having Milo there with me, and like that was like, I think that's the first movie that he and I went together with, just the two of us, and it was just like the fact that like I got to share that with him. It was just like it was a beautiful moment for me. I was just very glad it was dark, because I would not have wanted to have to like explain to him why I was sobbing this whole time.
Both times when they raise the flag near the end of the movie, and
Superman.
Gets me
I openly had to gulp for air because I was crying so hard for both times. My movie buddy and then my daughter. I just went.
I am amazed at how quick they're pushing out a sequel. We're getting another one in 2 years. 2027?
Are we getting the sequel before we're getting the Supergirl movie?
No, Supergirl is next year.
Okay.
We're getting the sequel to Superman in 2027. And that has been confirmed. We get Supergirl next year.
I can't wait for that.
Do we have a date on the next Batman movie yet?
Matt Reeves, the Batman, starts shooting, I want to say at the end of this year. So we're looking at, I think they did say a date. I think it's 2027.
So that's going to exist.
Batman 2022?
Which one? What was that?
Wasn't the Batman 2022?
Yes.
It's a sizable gap right there.
It's been a long time. There's been a lot of speculation as to what's going on. There were rumors circulating around that Matt Reeves' health wasn't that great, but that was just speculation and rumors. We don't know anything about it. But apparently, Matt Reeves does take a long time to write scripts. He takes his time, and he's DC/Warner Brothers like, take as long as you want. Take as long as you want.
That's cool.
He has said that the villain for the new movie is going to be a villain that we've never seen in a movie before. So I'm like, okay, that kind of narrows it down. So no Joker. I'm like, thank God.
It's a Calendar Man then.
I'm guessing it's either going to be Hush or Court of Owls.
Oh, I bet Court of Owls. Yeah,
I feel like
it's Condiment Man.
Hush would be tough to do just because of the tie-in with Jason Todd, and like without explaining that, or because there is no Jason Todd in that movie, like you have to really rewrite that if you're not going to touch on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely do it, but Court of Owls, I think, is a much easier sort of blind introduction to an audience.
And I misspoke. It's Condiment King. I just corrected myself.
Thank you.
That's
Jess.
who I want to see.
There are dozens of us out there. We are huge fans of Condiment King. Oh my God! If James Gunn, if he puts Condiment King on anything in the DC universe, I'm gonna freak out. I'm like, oh my God, it's Condiment King! Finally, I'm so happy.
Technically, we have seen Condiment King in a Batman movie.
We have.
I'm going to ask the chat. Does anyone here know where we have seen Condiment King in a Batman movie?
Wow, great question.
And if anyone wants a hint, might be worth a Google.
Where did we see Condiment King? I love when he appears in the animated series and he does that whole cut the mustard thing and Batman just punches him in the stomach.
NFL Dude has it exactly right.
Oh, that's right.
There's a part where the Joker is just going off and naming different villains. Most of them don't even have like a spoken line. Yep. Condiment King or Hondo's got it. And then Batman's like, none of these are real. And then the Zach Galifianakis Joker goes, nope, might be worth a Google.
Oh, okay. Stone Cold Lou Austin. Oh, that's kind of disturbing.
Oh, no.
I'm going to take that off.
Yeah, that's something that should never be done.
Jewish Dragons admits that he is also dumb. I'm not just dumb, I'm OA dumb. He does like his original art, too.
Well, Jewish Dragons, not just that, he is also one of the most generous and giving people in the hobby. So not only is he buying original art, but then he's just giving it away for free.
I have several things from him on display, and you're right. He made there's a great thing at the top of the staircase. It's a framed picture of kind of two versions of Harley Quinn, and it's signed by Amanda Connor, who drew the left part, and Jimmy Palmiotti did the right part, and he sent it framed, and he said in a text, no good print should not because I was just sticking prints on the wall with like sticky tack, and he said prints should not be put up with sticky tack or something, and he made sure he framed it, so I had to use a hook and wire. He is super generous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even like I'm obviously someone who's in, I collect original art. And even with that, him knowing like, hey, this guy knows how to get his own original art. He knows I'm a big Dennis Cowan fan. He's like, hey, can I send you some Dennis Cowan pages? I was like, what? No, keep those or give them to someone who doesn't have them. I don't need, please, like, stop being so nice.
Yeah. Now people want me to do a poll.
Give the people what they want.
Wait, boring. Just remind Bunk the Rams are 2-0 and going to eat some bird this weekend. I didn't say that. You did, Renee Spawn.
Hey, listen. The Pats are 1-1 right now. So right now they are only one game back of that.
That's right.
Before the Thursday game, they were one game back of the AFC East. They are absolutely not going to win the AFC East. They're not even going to come close. They're probably not a wild card team. But you know what? After last year where they won 4 games and one of them was a mistake, won by Joe Milton at the end to knock him out of the number 1 pick, I will take it.
So I don't pay attention to sports ball like that. What's the whole hubbub or big deal about the female the lady that owns the team and she's on the sidelines now?
Oh, that's the Colts.
And they're winning, aren't they? They're 2-0 right now, aren't they?
For a second, I thought he was talking about Tom Brady, and I was like, "Well, that seems a bit harsh."
That's Ursay's daughter. Ursay passed away, and his daughters run the team.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, I haven't read everything about it with I think the oldest daughter is just down on the sidelines. I think I don't think she's trying to call plays or insert herself in anything. I think she's trying to get up to speed with owning a team.
There's a lot of money on the line there. So yeah.
I hadn't heard that there was a hullabaloo. The situation with Irsay was extremely sad, and he had his demons that he was dealing with. But if you look at a lot of what the people talked about him, he had his ups and his downs, but he was pretty widely beloved. And people talked about how he was sometimes hard to deal with when he was not in the right state of mind. But he was a guy that would go out of his way to make sure that people were taken care of, and even after their playing days and with the organization.
And he inherited the team from his father, and his father was a big dick to everyone. And Irsay watched that. Irsay Jr. watched that and grew up with that and said to himself, I'm going to be different. And so he became like what you were just saying, Bunk. And now his daughters have inherited it. I haven't read anything that says they're sticking their noses in and trying to control it from the suites up above.
Yeah, the big hullabaloos right now, outside of all the normal ones that are always happening, are Tom Brady is both an owner of the Raiders and was seen in the coaching box while also being an on-air commentator for Fox. And then the fact that the tush push was not banned in the offseason, and now that there's way more scrutiny this year, they're like, yeah, dude, every single play they're lining up in the neutral zone, and they are lining up offsides, and also every single time is a false start because their guards are pushing forward before the centers hike the ball, and refs aren't officiating this correctly. So
I hope that they officiate correctly in this game coming up Sunday.
As someone who's got Jalen Hurts going for him in 2 fantasy leagues, I want fair football, but I need that man to run, and I need that man to run in for some touchdowns. I also have Devontae Adams, so I need him to score lots of touchdowns too. And they go Rams. They can win. I need Jalen Hurts to do well on the path to Rams winning.
Gentlemen, you have to excuse me. The birria tacos are done, so we're gonna start making them real quick.
Ooh, we getting some consomme? We getting some consomme with that?
We'll see. I'm starving. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kane says, I'm reading Superman Adventures after reading 8 Billion Genies. Bunk, I enjoyed 8 Billion Genies.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed that, Kane. I enjoyed that. It was a little less than what I was looking for. But Jess, on the last one that the show that I did with you and Carl a few weeks back, you remember you were like, yeah, I've never read 8 Billion Genies. And I was like, that's a beautiful book that deserves to be read, even if you don't typically like Charles Soule's other stuff outside of Big Two. But
okay, I'm going to start. I'm not going to be doing Hoopla anymore because they only give out 5 things a month. So I'm going to do Global Comics, and I love reading comics on my iPad, so that's fine with me. I'll try 8 Billion Genies.
And for what it's worth, I would definitely say read it digitally first, but there is a beautiful hardcover, and it's only like $40 MSRP. And if you go through channel sponsor In Stock Trades, you can go ahead and find this for probably like 38% or less, possibly even up to 50% if you happen to catch it on a sale or damage claim. That's instocktrades.com, where you can find all sorts of books that will make Emily's mom blush.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's 8 issues. It's like a really nice size. It's got some cool extras in the back with a lot of the different variant covers, because this was a very popular series that came out. and they gave the treatment that I love, where they do the full size printing of the variant covers instead of the Marvel trade one where you get like 4 of them printed on one page. But like this James Harren comic that's right there, like James Harren is just doing such cool things. And like, one of my favorite things about the Boom Power Rangers books is like a full like 1/8 of that book is just dedicated to all of the amazing covers that came from. Like, come on, look at this Jenny Frison cover. You telling me you don't want?
Wow. That is strong.
Yeah. So I mean, fully like this whole amount right there is just dedicated to the variant covers that came from it. But it's an easy read. It's a quick read. It's fun. It's funny. It hits you in the feels, and it's got a pretty beautiful ending that wraps up succinctly and kind of. I could see some people being annoyed at how sort of. I'm not gonna say it's a preachy ending, but it's very much an ending that is trying to make a point. I think it's a point that's very well taken. And I think it would be hard to disagree with it, but people disagree with a lot of things. And I think it's kind of a beautiful sentiment.
Okay. Let's see. I got lost here. Give me the long Halloween leading into Court of Owls. That would be an interesting story to tell. Kind of a King is how I feel at the end of the month, because that's basically all that's left in my fridge.
You make yourself some nice Thousand Island dressing that way. You take a look in there. You got a few pickles left. You got your ketchup. You got your mayonnaise. Then you can just pretend you had a Reuben.
James says, I agree with Jewish Dragon's kindness. He gave me a copy of L.A. Strong #1 signed.
Yeah, I mean, if you are in this chat right now, you are fully aware, I'm guessing, of Jewish Dragon's kindness just across the industry. I mean, just so many people that he is just proactively reaching out to. I mean, he is someone who is all about spreading the love and joy of comics and making sure it gets in the hand of as many people.
This is Ursay's daughter. She was wearing a Cuban link chain like Boss. This 49er fan, and this is Renee's response. Those Hondos in the Bay Area, and Renee is in Southern California. Jess, what we need is Jimmy Palmiotti or Amanda Connor on your channel to talk about Harley Quinn and Elvira #1 is set to come out on October 1st. You know what? That handler of theirs, that rat bastard, he's never gotten back to me. I got to find that card that just gave me Jimmy Palmiotti's. He gave me his own email.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before. Don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness from the handler after the fact. When you you skip over and you just go straight to them.
Exactly. I am totally going around him.
By the way, before we go on, I got to give a quick Duval to our friend Jaggernaut, who just showed up in the chat. I can't see that icon without hitting the Liam Cohen.
Okay, what?
So Jaggernaut, as you can probably guess from his logo, is a big Jacksonville Jaguars fan. So unfortunately, you're a little late for the football talk. I'm sure we'll be coming back, but we had a whole thing going there. When Liam Cohen went from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to Jacksonville, he tried to endear himself to the crowd there by giving the traditional Jacksonville Jaguars greeting and chant, same way the Vikings have "Skol" and everything else like that. Yet he did it in the cringiest way possible, by going down to this mic and going Duval, and really went out of his way and was like, and hey, you guys know about this, and everyone was just kind of like, oh dear God, what has happened here?
Who's Duval?
Duval County is where Jacksonville is located, and so it's the chant of that. And actually, so I work for a company that has a large portion of its holdings in mortgages. And one of my buddies, whenever he is reviewing documents from something and it comes up that it's Duval County, which is one of our strong areas, he always sends a clip of, like just a little snip of it, nothing protected information, and just sends Duval.
Wow, that is granular football gossip. I love
dude,
it.
that clip lives in my head rent-free all year long.
8 Billion Genies is great. I could not put it down and read it in one sitting. Good to see you, Rodimus Prime.
Yeah, man. I hope you're starting to feel better, man.
I think he's still just waiting for a heart in the hospital. So someone needs to donate a heart for Rodimus. I'd give you mine, but I'm still using it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat right here, and I don't think my wife and kids would be okay with me giving this thing up.
I apologize because this is part of the topic, and I don't want to scare people away. But let me see. Where's here it is. I said to him what the topic was: no new comics for a year. How would you spend your time with the backlog you have? And he said, I love it. I love that I'm not spending time with my family during that year.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm coming on and it's like, listen, you got this opportunity. There's no new comics for a year. It's not like, how would you spend that time? Like, what adventures would you go on with your family? It's like, nope, forget them. You're just dealing with all of that stuff behind you. And I'm like, great. I was just looking for permission to do so.
You're welcome, Rodimus. Okay, I forget how to do polls. I should do a poll for, like James suggested, for okay, wait. For what James suggested on like the topic. Maybe I can do that for next week.
I mean, right now we've got multiple topic nominees. We've got Silk Song, we've got wrestling, we've got NFL. I mean, none of them are comics, but I think in the chats, we have strong segments behind each of those.
Okay, wait. Maybe if I go to. Yep. Okay. Right. Okay, wait. This is how you create a poll. You hit engage with your audience. Show your support. That's a. Okay, wait. Yeah, it's here somewhere. Clip save report now. I thought there was. Okay, you guys are gonna have to tell me. I'm on the page live. I can't remember how to do a poll. I've got the little I've got the little icons down here. The plus. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, I hit the plus. Start a poll. Okay.
All right. Sounds like we're cooking, guys.
Okay. So, whoop! I got an ad. Wow. Really?
I mean, just think though, that's ad money that's going to OmniBros.
Okay, let's see. Ask a question. What should the topic be? Do. What? That ad really screwed things up. No, I don't want YouTube Premium. Leave me alone. What should topic be? Okay, and so what I get 4 entries. So what do you think number 1 should be?
Are we talking for this show or are we talking for a future one?
It could be either one. Let's make it for next Friday and you can come on. And why don't you name 4 things that you would like to talk about next Friday.
I appreciate the invitation, but I can do kind of like one per week, getting the family off
per month. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm happy to come up with topic ideas, but I think that might be better left to the chat.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Let's see what the chat.
Now, if you want to see what I think would be funny for this one is we give 4 options for what the topic is this time. One of them is the actual topic, and then the other 3 are just, different other things that have nothing to do with comics, and just see what people say.
Okay. That's a good idea. No comics for a year. What will you do with your backlog? Oh no, wait, that's okay, that's one topic. Yeah. Okay. What's yeah, I know. Oh.
That is Mr. Just Bragg there as Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Got the polka dots, even has the headband and everything.
You don't have to be sarcastic, James. I did it myself.
Was he being sarcastic? I didn't finish that comment.
It starts with "Here we go again." So yeah. You want that to be a topic?
I have strong opinions on socks. So listen, if we want to do a sock stream, I can bring some sock thoughts.
Sock thoughts. Okay, thank you for that.
And we can call the show Sock Talk.
Sock Talk.
Sock Talk with the dog and Bunk here on Omnibus Collectors Network Friday night.
I love it.
I feel
Hello's back.
Hello.
I feel like if we really called it Sock Talk, something's going to go wrong in that. If I say it enough times, Sock Talk, I can see that going wildly wrong.
Thinking about Red Hot Chili Peppers and their socks?
Bunk is, yeah, exactly. I picked up on what you just said. Yes.
Excuse me, guys. I'll be popping in and out for the next one.
Okay. Turning our.
Can you show us our plate? I mean, come on, man! Like spending that time telling us you're getting some birria tacos.
Wait. Okay, you're full size now.
Hello. I got tacos. And it's dripping on the keyboard.
I was gonna say you can see them dripping down.
Let's see. We are thinking about turning our backlog into a podcast. Okay.
That sounds like that's the title of either a manga or a Boom Studios title from a few years ago.
Okay. Backlog podcast.
What are we doing?
I'm just making a poll.
Oh,
Jess
cool.
is engaging with his audience with a poll because YouTube told him. And then he watched a pop-up so that it could generate more ad revenue for Omnibus Collectors Network. James is suggesting that the Sock Talk stream should have a thumbnail of 3 socks on 3 different doors.
I'll just do this. I'll chime in like this while I cook.
Okay.
Apparently we're doing OmniBros nights for that one.
Let's see. Comics for your sock thoughts. I need one more backlog podcast, or how about all wrestling, no comics. Okay. Wait, why is it? Oh, this is too long. I see. It's too long by 21 characters. Okay.
Got to do some editing and trimming there.
Yeah.
While you're editing that, yo, chat, tell me in the comments what was the best thing you read or the best thing you ate this week.
What do with...
For Lou, it sounds like it's the tacos he's eating right this very second. Anybody else? Anybody else out there have anything that that they feel strongly about?
Up.
Because we got Pizza Hut earlier in the week after soccer practice, which I don't generally love, but I gotta say their tavern style, like, pretty legit. We had some extra
Really?
we heated up tonight, and for Pizza Hut, I don't hate it. I'm into it. Had a pesto drizzle, roasted red peppers, like really thin, crisp, and it like reheated really well.
Wait, this is their what, tavern pizza?
Tavern style. So it's like Chicago tavern style, where it's like the crust is almost like cracker thin.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's sort of lightly dressed, and it's the one where it's they cut in like vertical slices. So you get, instead of like going across like that and having a triangular slice, you have square slices, and then you get these awesome little crispy corners where you get like that little bit, and then it's just like right there.
And Pizza Hut did it really well, you're saying?
They did it really well for Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I like a style like that as kind of a change of pace. I don't want to have that all the time, but it was like, the mark of a good pizza for me is one that can be good both the day you have it and the next time you heat it up, and it held really, really well.
And did you heat it up in the oven or the microwave?
There is never a world where I'm going to heat pizza in the microwave. That is abhorrent. No, not playing that.
Toaster oven? Toaster oven, maybe?
Toaster oven. Yeah. Toaster oven's fine. But yeah, like if you're gonna do the microwave, like, you're gonna need to just, once it's out, scrape the toppings and the sauce off and just throw that bread away, because
That's right.
that's, otherwise you might as well just get a piece of white bread, dunk it in a glass of water a few times, and then just eat that, and you'll have the same experience.
Big RT on that, Bunk. RT? Retweet. Okay.
All right, so going back, it looks like...
First thing I read this week was Dark Knights of Steel, and I ate the most delicious caramel apple empanada from Taco Bell's Y2K menu. That sounds really good.
I saw that they were doing that Y2K flashback, and they're doing the Sum 41 in too deep for it, and I gotta, like, it is effective on me. Like, Taco Bell is my go-to fast food, which I don't get very often, but when I do, I'm all about, and I'm just like, ooh, tell me more, Taco Bell. What you got cooking over there? So I'm in on that. Looks like Javier's brother made some chicken katsu. Always love that.
Just a sec. Yeah. Javier, my brother made chicken katsu. Yarne read Philosopher's Stone and guacamole turkey sandwich.
Are we sure that Yarne did not eat the Philosopher's Stone, is now immortal, and read an indie comic called Guac Turkey Sandwich after eating yummy fur?
I love that name for a channel. We are the Guac Turkey Sandwich Bros, and we're coming live to you. Guac Turkey Sandwich. Guac Turkey Sandwich.
I mean, it sounds like you're already making this channel, right? You've made a theme song right now.
Best thing I read this week was the final issue of The Slasher's Apprentice. I remember seeing that in your hall.
Fat Kato, is that Mad Cave? That book sounds super familiar.
Oh, blackened salmon with sauteed spinach and garlic. That was dinner last night. That sounds awesome to me.
Oh, very healthy. Way better.
I spent a number of time as a fishmonger. I grew up in New England. A lot of seafood in my past. And I got to tell you, at no point in my life did I enjoy eating salmon. That was one of those things that if I ate it, it's because I know I should and it was healthy. But man, oh man, oh man, are there so many other fish I would have preferred to eat? Even like char. Like char, you're going to get like at least that similar sort of like dense and fatty flesh, but you're going to have a much better taste getting that trout. And plus, you get that slimy skin that's so fun to rub up on.
I'm with you, Kane. Blackened salmon sounds good, especially the spinach. Woofa.
I'm down with that spinach, but that you lost me at that black salmon.
The best book I read this week is the book I'm still reading is Feeding Ghosts, a graphic memoir by Tessa Hulls. And this book might end up being my favorite book of the year. Feeding Ghosts. I am
feel like
intrigued.
James said something about that at one point. I'm looking that up, which I think is what you're doing right now, too.
I'm writing it down. Yeah.
Feeding Ghosts, a graphic memoir. Feeding Ghosts explores loss of culture, mixed race identity, mental illness, loss of language, immigration, and generational inheritance of trauma. It is, I mean, like you're talking my language there. A generational inheritance of trauma. Like I'm someone who loves a good emotional pain in my comics. So,
yeah, I'm not sure that's a book for me, but I still might try it. Read Space Mullet for the first time.
No.
Wife made some the other day. Shrimp aguachile, pretty fiery.
Did you get to meet Renee's wife on Friday night when you were at Heroes?
Yeah, I was sitting next to them for a good bit.
Yeah.
And oh shoot, what's that guy's name? Adrian.
Adrian Montañez?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was sitting with us. And I think Omar emptied out Renee's bag of beer cans.
Let me tell you, Renee was one of the most. Renee was probably the most popular person all weekend because he had the hotel that was walking distance from there, and he thought ahead to bring a cooler, which meant that those of us who were there in attendance with him didn't need to wait in line and didn't need to pay hotel prices. We were all very appreciative for Renee thinking ahead. So yeah, we got to spend a lot of time hanging out with Renee, his wife, and I have no doubt that her shrimp aguachile is legit.
Yeah, boy, that is being really generous with the brewskis. Best thing I ate this week was all the Jags hate at the new job. It's all in good fun though. Great staff so far. Okay, good. Best book.
I assume that you're working remotely then, because I think. Are you still in the Jacksonville area? I'm starting to think now. Maybe you don't live there anymore. Are you Canadian? Am I getting all of that?
I think Jaggernaut is Canadian.
That's okay. Yeah, it's starting to cut. So yeah, that I don't know that anyone hates the Jags outside of like Jags fans. Like I think the Jags are kind of just like. Everyone else is kind of like, oh yeah, the Jags exist. Like,
yeah.
I think the only people that hates the Jags are Jags fans, and like they hate that they are fans. It's very much the same kind of relationship that like Cleveland Browns fans have with the team.
Oh, yeah. Best book I read is a novel. If cats disappeared from the world, oh, that would be a tragedy.
Hello, sorry.
No problem.
We haven't had dinner and we're starving, and it's super late, so sorry.
No worries. Serial Lover, welcome. Been rereading the Spider-Man Clone Saga, and the J.M. DeMatteis issues are really good as they jump off from his pre-Clone Saga amazing and spectacular Spider-Man runs. But eventually, with maximum clonage, it goes astray.
So to tie this back to what we did before, and that is a huge hole in my reading. Like I remember watching the 90s Spider-Man cartoon series that did Clone Saga, and that was super cool in that, but I've never read a single of the Clone Saga comics. But maximum, when Lou was bringing up those Spider-Man magic cards earlier, there is a super, super cool comic book treatment of Maximum Carnage where it's panels of different comics. Let me see. Let me find an image of that, and I'll share that in the private chat. And I'm sure, James, you can find a copy of that too.
Jess doesn't know shit about Pavarotti. That is true. I ate the nacho cheese chicken burger from McDonald's, and it was good.
I'm sorry. What?
Nacho cheese
from McDonald's
chicken burger.
That
there's a lot of words in that sentence that don't sound appealing to me.
I'm saying it like there's a lot of words in there that I wonder, is that even real? Like those. I mean, I do know in Asia, a lot of McDonald's have a samurai pork burger.
What?
And I'm wondering, is that a non-American market thing? But
this, I believe, is the same person as Jess doesn't know shit about Ditko.
You don't like Pavarotti, Jess?
I don't know anything about him.
Just drop the link in the private chat to that.
This is Maxima. Oh, okay. James, can you look up nacho cheese chicken burger from McDonald's? What's this guy up to?
That sounds like a heart attack.
Share screen. Maximum Carnage. This is the card of Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, so that's the special comic treatment. So you can see how like each one is like written and drawn as a different panel, and like each one depicts the different steps that you take in the card. I think this one looks so cool.
Let me see if I can. Let's see. No, I can't. I can't seem to blow it up. It's rare.
Here, if you use this link, it'll be a big old boy.
Okay. What's that? Nacho cheese chicken burger looks amazing. Kane, could you look up nacho cheese chicken burger from McDonald's? Okay. Oh yeah, that's great.
I don't know how I feel about this.
The chicken burger?
Yeah.
Okay. This looks really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't see it at McDonald's.
So then where is it that you're seeing it that it looks amazing? Unless you did just like a Google image search and it's just like AI is generating like pictures of nacho cheese on chicken patties.
Oh, Jags in Vancouver, British Columbia. That sounds cool.
Man, your coworkers are so much more concerned with what the Habs are doing that to have any kind of opinion on the Jags.
The Apprentice's Assassin or whatever he said is Mad Cave by Justin Richards, same person who wrote Finger Guns.
Pew pew.
I love salmon. To me, it's the best fish. If it has super crispy skin, all the better.
To each their own. I'm not trying to yuck your yum, but man, was that a fish that never hit with me. Lou, did you get to see Matt's edit as of Jess's Dusty Roads?
Mm-mm.
Jess, can you pull that comment? There you
go.
I am not as round as he is in that. As a matter of fact, I posted in my Discord that I had lost 33 pounds and celebrated by going to Wendy's and having a Frosty and fries.
There you go.
Now, was it just one Frosty or was it every single flavor of Frosty ever made and get yourself sick again?
You actually know me really well because I did have another one and I didn't take a picture of it. I had a small of the Pop-Tarts, strawberry Pop-Tarts mix in.
Oh,
and it was too sweet. I didn't remember that. This is the
slippery slope, Jess. This is the slippery slope. This is how it starts, and then before you know it, 35 pounds again.
Worth of Frosties. I had the Wednesday version it was a TV, the TV show Wednesday.
Yeah.
It had special syrup in it that was like dark grape purple kind of, and so that was the special Frosty.
Was it like grape flavored, or is it just still like a chocolate Frosty, but now it's just dark purple?
I think it was kind of grape flavored. Yeah. I couldn't really tell, but it was good. If you had it with the ice cream in there, the Frosty, but then I had a big spoonful of just the syrup. It was not good. It's good with the ice cream though. Bunk, have you eaten a pupusa since Heroes Con?
Yeah, man, I love pupusas. So one of the first things. So a little backstory, real quick. Renee was one of the first person I saw at Heroes. Met up with David at the airport. David from a site that comics retailer that is not the sponsor of this show, so shall not be named. But we were rooming together, so met up with him. We go to the hotel. There was a problem with our check-in that I was dealing with, and like while we were working through it, it was around lunchtime, so we went across the parking lot to a pupusa place, and because I am a bit on the white side, David was first off. He's like, "Oh, you like pupusas?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I like pupusas." And then while we're waiting in line, Renee's like, "Oh, so you're like, how'd you get in? How's everything?" And I was like, "Yeah, we grabbed lunch and go to pupusas." And he's like, "You know what a pupusa is?" This is racism, straightforward, and I will not stand for it. But yeah, we have a really good pupusa place that's a few towns over. So we do the con la roca. You got the fromage, all of it, like super good.
Pupusas are
Grioles. Oh,
have you done your cereal hunt yet, Jess? They're out in the wild now.
I know that actually I can have Target deliver it. They have the 3 Monster cereals and the Wednesday cereal. But I know myself well enough to know that if I get all those cereals, there just happens to be low-fat milk in the refrigerator, and I am going to dust all of those boxes in one night. So I don't think I should do it.
I applaud you for your self-restraint.
But I heard from, I think it was one of my Discord people that the Wednesday cereal was really good. This week I read 1 to 3 volumes of Boys Run the Riot. It was really great waiting to read the 4th volume. It's a backwards book. Sorry, Jess. No problem. If you can enjoy it, I am happy for you.
This week I'm all caught up. I caught up with Absolute Batman.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I keep going back and forth. I'm not sure how I feel about Absolute Batman.
Now, when you say all caught up, are you saying you read the trade, or like are you pulling it in singles, or are you like all caught up with everything on DC Infinite?
Singles.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've read 1 through I think it's 13 at this point.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've only just read the trade, so I'm 1 through 6. Okay. I've heard some people are like it doesn't really get started until after that. I've heard some people loved it from the jump and are continuing to love it. So you're saying you're still not, even after 13 issues, haven't quite figured it out?
I haven't figured it out because there are things that I absolutely love about it. The art is really good. The story is. The thing is, it goes so crazy, it's almost stupid. But in a fun way. Question mark?
It's a book I want to read with a big old jug of popcorn in my lap as I'm going, and I'm just shoving that in. Yeah.
It's very much, and I mentioned this on the Patreon stream last week. Patreon.com/OmniBros where it seems like the editor that is supposed to be working with Scott Snyder is like not working with Scott Snyder. And the editor's like, "Yeah, man, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care."
It's Scott Snyder. I would not be surprised if that is literally like what's happening here. Just like, yeah, man, you want to do it? Go for it. You want him to kick a purple baby off a bridge? Sure, man.
That was the highlight of that issue for me. I absolutely love that. I also like the fact that he put the little safety vest on the baby before he kicked him off. It's like, oh yeah, safety first. Good job, man. You don't want to kill the child.
Yeah, you sent me that panel, those panels.
Yeah, but then he did like an NFL like place kick, like he just
he really did. And so, Jess, stick with me. I'm going to mention something here. Okay.
Okay.
This is a new version of Nightfall, is what they're doing.
That's your number one most requested omnibus from DC.
And I'm not messing with you. Like it quite literally is a new version of Nightfall, is what he's doing with this second arc.
I hadn't heard this.
Yeah, the first arc is all about Black Mask. The second arc is more about Bane. Bane gets introduced in this version, this universe's version of Bane. And we actually get like they flat out say how tall and how much this new Bruce Wayne weighs, which he is 6'9", 412 pounds.
Bruce Wayne?
That is Bruce Wayne.
He's taller.
He's already absurd.
He's 3 inches taller than Bunk.
He is 6'9", 412 pounds. They flat out say it. And Bane is bigger than him. Bane is like a 2-story thing in the book.
Yeah, Bane looks like if they took the DC Comics version of Bane, who was already on Venom, and then they injected that version with HGH.
Yeah. Yeah. He's on gear. He's on all kinds of gear. And I can't say I'm bored, which is the biggest compliment that I'll have. I really am enjoying it. I think it's a lot of fun. It borderlines on so over the top that for me at least, I'm like, I think this might be dumb, but I'm having such a fun time with it that I really don't care. And I am genuinely interested in how this version of Nightfall is gonna play out, because that's literally what it is. And I mentioned how in this universe, all of a huge chunk of Batman's rogues gallery are friends. They're his friends.
Yeah, that's right.
He grew up with them. He's a street kid in this one, which I really like. And so in this second volume, we start to see, oh, this is how this character becomes Riddler. Oh, this is how this character becomes Two-Face. And how Bane is directly tied into that, and him wanting to break Batman is really cool and really fun.
I mean, you've done nothing but sell this book right here. Like, I know you say, like, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but your words are telling me, like, this book's pretty rad.
It's fun. No, it genuinely is fun. But I could see some people going, this is so friggin' stupid. I'm going to just drop the book. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it for what it is.
Well, I have to read it. I want to read it. If Cats Disappear from the World is tragic, but not in the way you'd think. It's more about taking stock in the things that mattered in your life. Okay.
I also read the Batman and Deadpool crossover.
Oh, and how was that?
It was fun. It is what it is. It's fun. There's
Capullo was doing the art on that one, right?
Yes. There's a few other crossovers in there. There's a Wonder Woman and Captain America one, which I thought was really good. Jess, you're gonna love this one. There is a Crypto and a Jeff the Landshark crossover in there.
I heard about that. That's awesome.
Which is written by Kelly Thompson, and it's only a few pages. It's not long, but it's still really fun.
Were these all part of the same issue, or were these separate issues that came out the same day?
I think it's all part of the same issue. At least that's how I was reading it.
Okay.
The highlight for me, though, is that there is a crossover with Guardians of the Galaxy and Green Lantern.
Ooh,
and yeah, the whole point is in this issue is that the Guardians of the Galaxy meet the Green Lantern, and they're like, hey, we're going to switch places, like just so you guys can experience, or something like that. They use an excuse. And Rocket Raccoon gets a Green Lantern power ring, and he just uses it for all kinds of really fun stuff. It's really cool. It's fun.
Speaking of switching places, when it comes to superheroes, I just read this week, and it was rad.
Oh, that's awesome. Did we already show the art from the book?
No, it's So this is the Wrong Earth. The basic premise is, what if the Batman, the Adam West Batman, 1966, changed places and changed worlds with Dark Knight Returns Batman, and they both swap to each other's world, and sort of the rules of each of them still exist. So Adam West Batman has anti-bullet coagulant spray, so that when he gets shot, it like turns into a like nutrient-rich protein, and he gets there. And the Dark Knight Returns Batman gets a call from the president of the bank and the mayor, who are the civic leaders of this town, because Triviak is threatening to steal from a trivia night all the money that they're going to collect for charity, unless they can solve this super basic trivia question. And the two of them are helpless to do anything against it without the help of Dragonfly Man. And it was so much cooler than even the premise. And like, that's a cool premise, but like the book itself is really, really good. I really enjoyed this.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah, that's I loved the. I haven't gotten to read the like the extras. I just read The Wrong Earth 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
It is really, really fun. And here is.
But also, like, the version of Harley in this is like maybe my favorite version of the character. Like, she's super cool and capable.
That's right. I forgot it. You know what? I need to read this again.
But yeah, my volume 2, which is the one that has the page that I so.
Ooh,
that's a really cool paneling page.
That's pretty. I like the concept.
And Bunk has the original art to this page.
Do you really?
I do.
It's cool, man.
If I can find it.
The premise is super fun. I love this book. I think Bunk described it perfectly. I did find McDonald's chicken nacho poutine. Okay. Good day, eh? Haha. Actually working remote for Paramount Animation right now. Wow. That's interesting.
Good for you, man.
There's my Discord. Thank you, James. It's called CBO Chili Nacho. CBO Chili Nacho.
Is that the name of the restaurant that has the
I thought he
the
said it
chili
was
cheeseburger?
McDonald's.
Well, Bunk looks there. I'm wrapping up the stand, Jess. I'm almost done.
Oh wow.
The novel or like the adaptation?
The novel.
That is, for his non-Dark Tower stuff, I think that's my favorite Stephen King novel.
50 pages left and I'm done. I'm right at the tail end.
Wow.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, Dark Tower has my heart when it comes to Stephen King stuff, but as far as non-connected there, I think it's The Stand, and I think it's hard to argue like otherwise. I think that's just so well done.
Yeah, so many great characters, man. Harold Lauder is tragic. It's one of my favorite characters I think I've ever read.
Which is that the one who delivers the woman to the walking dude?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Who leaves the original settlement. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. He handles a situation where one of my favorite characters end up biting it, and I'm just like, I hate you so much. And then about 100 pages later, you get to what happens to him, and you go, oh, I kind of feel bad for you, man. Like, you had so much potential. Ugh.
Oh yeah. The poll has two topics tied right now. So we need one more vote. What to do with your backlog, 38%, and Batcato's backlog podcast is at 38%. So we just need one. Sock Thoughts got 19%, and All Wrestling No Comics, surprisingly to me, only got 5%.
Oh wow.
I'm really surprised right now. I thought, okay, I'm gonna end the poll. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll right now. Thank you, whoever voted. There are the results. where are the results? Why is that not showing up? Okay, wait. Kane's saying yay. Oh, there. Did it not show up here? It's showing. Oh. I know. It did show up in the on YouTube, on the YouTube thing, but I'm on StreamYard, so it doesn't show up. Okay. Good night, Matt H.
Have a good night, man.
Friend Bunk, have to run. Thanks for the fun.
Got you as cowboy. I love it.
I made it on there. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. You have a good night, Matt.
That is McDonald's. What? With the CBD something?
I mean, different McDonald's in different countries have
McDonald's in
different.
the CBD game now?
It's called CBO Chili Nacho. CBO Chicken Burger Onions or something.
I just want to say that picture will haunt my dreams tonight.
Oh, this one from Just Doesn't Know Shit About Pavarotti? Yeah.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It is.
All right, for the life of me, I have no idea where this page is. It has not made it into my portfolio yet.
Okay,
which is a bigger issue, but I'll figure that out off stream.
Okay. Do you want to dive into the main topic, Jess?
Sure, we'll lose half our viewers, but that's fine. Talking about the topic. Thank you, Hondo. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're part of this community.
So I brought this up to you because I was sitting at lunch the other day, as I normally do when I think about stuff like this. And I thought,
this is lunch thoughts.
This is lunch thoughts, and I thought, man, I have a lot of stuff just in backlog, just movies, books, and all this other stuff. If I couldn't buy anything for a whole year, what would I tackle first? And that's when I hit you up about it. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be an interesting one. I think for me, the first one on my list, I would love to tackle all of Krakoa.
Oh.
Just 1 year, solid, all of it. Good, bad. Because I've talked about it, but it's such a daunting task, and it's so much. I think it's like over 500 issues or something like that. It's crazy. That I would love to really dive headfirst from beginning all the way to end to get all of it.
And that's what would that's what you'd read for the whole year?
That's one of the things that if I could not buy any other books, anything like that, any comics for a whole year, I think that would be one of the things. I would try to tackle as much Krakoa as possible.
Okay, but you mentioned movies also, and then I feel like, did you mention video games?
Oh, I'm just a backlog of a bunch of stuff, dude.
That's what I have. I have a backlog of everything: comics, movies, and video games. I definitely have a backlog from all of those. For all of those, so I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, CNS wanted me to show you. This week was 3 grandma pizza slices, real garlic cloves melted into the marinara sauce, topped with fresh mushrooms, green peppers, and diced tomatoes, garnished with chili pepper flakes.
That sounds amazing.
Is Grandma Pizza a restaurant, or your grandma did it?
If we're talking grandma style, was this Sicilian style? So like, the like square pizza baked into a pan, because that's what I think of with like a grandma slice. I mean, no matter what, this sounds absolutely delicious. I had pizza for dinner, and now I want to eat some more of that right there. But pizza style is something I really, really get into and like. And like I said, that's sounding like a Sicilian style square pie, which I'm super into.
That's your cheat meal highlight of the week. My cheat meal highlight. Okay. Kane says, I have 6 Omnis to hold me over for a year. That's just comics.
Goodness gracious.
Gosh, I realize now that I need to get moving on my backlog of everything.
Nightfall?
How dare you?
I think it's a redemption. We could do it.
There's still albums I haven't listened to. What the F is wrong with me?
Yeah. The Clone Saga?
Wow, you're naming a bunch of greatest hits.
Yeah.
I knew that the chat would get cut in half as soon as we started talking about the topic.
Luckily, we waited until 2 hours in to start on that.
So I'm bringing it up now because I'm like, oh, we're at the 2 hour mark. Okay, let's do this now.
I don't know what this movie is. You don't need to watch another movie. It sounds like it's awful.
Or it sounds like you just need to watch that, and then you can just clear the rest of the of your backlog and just be like, I don't need to watch another movie. Either because it ruined all movies ever, or just no other movie can live up to it. But I mean, either way, that's a real easy way to clear that backlog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I think the obvious answer for me would be I need to tackle Omnis only.
Okay.
So I would start with my bookshelves of shame, where I would start with Omnis that I haven't read. Okay. Is my wife asking me to do anything during this year? Because if not, I can work on that movie backlog and the video game backlog. I still haven't finished the first Spider-Man from 8 years ago or whenever it was on the PS5.
Let's say your wife is on a year-long trip to Paris. How about that?
Okay. Then I will read all these Omnis, listening to ambient music that I haven't played before, and watch movies, and at least half my movies, and try and catch up on all the video. My backlog is only like 6 video games, but it's been since 2018 that I have these. 2020. So
now talk to me about an ice cream backlog. What's the first flavor you're trying that you have not made it to yet?
Oh. Well, gosh, I'd have to look at the freezer case.
Rocky Road.
From whom?
Ben and Jerry's.
I'd eat that.
Just fish food.
Yeah, I love fish food. There's a bunch of Jenny's flavors that I haven't tried.
Did you ever try the powdered jelly donut?
I don't think so. It had pieces of jelly donut in it, right?
Yeah. And again, it sounds weird because like when you think about like the texture of a donut and like frozen and kind of soggy, it doesn't sound like it should be good. And then like you get a piece of that and you're like, wow, give me some more of that weird squishy soggy dough with your little jelly pockets that are going in there. It just like it all works in a way it shouldn't.
Now I'm interested.
And also their non-dairy cafe au lait is like my favorite coffee ice cream I've ever had, which is weird because it's specifically cafe au lait, but it's non-dairy. I don't know how they do it, but it was super, super good. It was coconut cream cold brew. And again, cream is in the name of that. And it was just such good coffee flavor.
Sounds good.
Okay. I want powdered donut and cafe au lait all year.
So what you're saying is those 30 pounds would creep up on you.
Well, his wife's in Paris. Who's he need to impress?
Yeah,
Besides, all that cheese and bread that Patty's going to be having out there, when she gets back from her Paris trip, they will have an opportunity to go on walks together and drop those 30 pounds.
There you go.
Bunk's thinking ahead. Nice. Ooh, Jordana Brewster's in it? Wow. Okay. I loved her on Taskmaster.
I think I would watch all of Lost.
Oh.
Is this have you watched any of it? Is this a finish Lost or begin and go through?
I watched the first season when I was in college and I really liked it. I know the ending. I've heard a lot of complaints about the ending, but I still would like to go on that ride and watch the whole thing.
I'm a big Lost defender. It's not a perfect series, and you are gonna, if you go into it, know that you're not gonna have every question answered.
That's fine.
And in the last season, when they should be starting to wrap things up, they start creating new questions and for no real reason. But it's got its ups and downs. I cried in the last episode, and I think those first 2 seasons are some of the best TV that have been out there. You mentioned it coming out when you were in college. I remember when I was in undergrad, I want to say my freshman year, we had a lost watching party every Wednesday night, and the rule was while the show was on, lights were off, no one was doing anything else. If you were talking, you were getting kicked out. If we had a couple in there and they were starting to get a little frisky behind, they were getting kicked out. You can talk during the commercial, anything can happen there, but while this is on, like, if you are part of this group, you are watching this show and in on it.
I had a similar experience with Game of Thrones at its height. It was because we would have a few friends that would come over. This was years ago when I was still dating my ex. And every Sunday night, Game of Thrones night, we would have a bunch of people that would come over, and it was the same thing. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
It was great.
My experience with Game of Thrones was very different because I watched it way after the fact, but I was a book reader and I watched it with my wife. And so my experience of watching it was we would watch for a few minutes and then she would go, wait, who's that guy? And then I would pause it and I would basically spout Wikipedia at her. Okay, all right, so that's Theon Greyjoy. So you understand. So he's not actually a Stark. He lives with the Starks, but he's a ward of them because the Iron Island, they rose up and they went against him, but then they were defeated by Winterfell. And so it was like, to get that, and it was like, so you good? Yeah, I'm good. You can just have it today.
I just asked you if you wanted popcorn. That's it.
Well, you know what's interesting about that popcorn is actually during Robert's Rebellion, popcorn played a major part right there. You see, there was a major army diversion that happened because the corn crops, they were bad that year. And I need you to shut up and just tell me butter or no. That's it. Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Sidebar: are we getting Winds of Winter? I think we get it, but I don't think we get Dream of Spring. I think we get wins.
We get wins in some state.
Yeah.
And we get song in some state because it sounds like the way that he's writing them there, as he's writing what he thinks is going to be wins, there's certain parts of that are basically being taken out and then being rewritten. My problem, like, I'm not of the like, oh, like he's gonna die soon, he's in bad health. It's more just like, I think he's so in his head about this book, and specifically the Miranese knot of trying to get these characters together, that every time he gets a little closer to solving that problem, he does something which causes him to rewrite another section. I mean, he's already said that the book is like 2,000 plus pages manuscript. I mean, like, there's legitimate thought that even when he just does Winds of Winter, it is literally going to be too large to be properly bound and will need to be printed in 2 volumes simultaneously just for like a physical book standpoint.
Yeah.
And I mean, we get wins in some fashion. I don't know exactly what it will look like. But we will get some form of the book.
I agree. I think there's enough there that, Lord forbid, I hope he lives a much, much longer life, something were to happen to him. I think eventually we would get some form.
Yeah.
Dream of Spring is the one where I'm like, we'll see.
Back Cato, I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends, buddy. What's happening here?
So I heard that the Fartacular, like, I know people, like, I know Barr especially was like, when that got announced, she's like, why don't you just kill off the character if you're going to disrespect her like this? This is so dumb. I remember, like, and maybe it was even you, Jess, but I remember someone reading it and being like, honestly, like, they're kind of charming stories. Like, they are not like pissing all over this character. Like, yes, it's a gimmick. Yes, it goes like that. But like, the idea is that, you know, she loves Ivy so much that even like she loves every part of her, including her parts. And it's like an exploration of loving someone so completely, even their imperfections.
Well, that actually sounds good.
And it got all, you know, sort of hidden behind like, lol, it smells like farts. Ha ha ha, farts are funny. And I know how you feel about bathroom humor, but it's I can't remember who it was that was talking about it, but they were like, it's not the greatest comic you've ever read, but honestly, like it's pretty heartwarming, and it's like it's a real like romantic, you know, comic between two characters who love each other.
Okay.
I expect a review from you just on Monday.
Well, I saw
and
it.
if you read it digitally, it won't smell like farts.
Yeah.
I like that better because I was just about to say I'm on one of my tabs is Midtown Comics, where I'm buying the Black Cat issue that you put up in my Discord.
I put that up like a month ago, by the way. You may have noticed there were a lot of comments underneath that one of like, sorry, who's the artist on this one? Lou, do you know the cover that we're speaking of here?
I don't know.
Let me pop that into the chat, and you'll understand. But yeah, I saw this cover and immediately was like, oh, Jess needs to see this.
My Discord is like, when I go in it, it's like there are no comments. No one's in Discord. Nobody's saying anything. And so I go, okay, I'll come back at some point. And 2 weeks later, there's like 800 new things on every channel. I'm like, what? I could have had fun answering these questions and stuff. But to prove my point about the topic, we talked about the topic for 2 minutes, lost half our viewers, and now we're back to talking about pizza and Harley Quinn. We're back up to our peak number.
That's why these shows should never have a topic. It's just people want to hang out and chat, and when there's structured chat, they're like, I'm not about that life.
I'm starting to see that.
You're right.
I think you're right. Yeah, I'm starting to see that.
I would like to watch X-Files from beginning to end.
Ooh.
Lost is a strong series that suffered from writing without knowing how it was going to end. All in all, it's a fun ride with a few missteps.
I think Damon Lindelof gets a lot of hate for that, but I think he stuck the landing on The Leftovers and Watchmen. So for him, I'm like, yeah, you get a pass, buddy.
I need to watch The Leftovers. You and I agree that Watchmen was one of the best, if not the best, TV show we've ever seen.
It's one of the best shows I've ever. It's my favorite comic book show of all time. I love The Watchmen. It was great.
Hey, Hogwash.
And Leftovers was
also
great.
A really big fan of Severance, which is one of my favorite shows, and he was going on and talking about that. And actually, in his talking about that, has made me appreciate Lost even more, and especially like the ending where he explains kind of what that is, and was like, oh. Because there's a popular conception about what it was, and that's kind of true, but there's a specific context that like plays into it. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
Okay, here is the.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm sending that to you. When Jess, you can just like put it up on screen.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like how my wife saw Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's Art Germ's variant for the new Black Cat #1 coming out, and saw that. I was like, yep, yeah, Jess will want to see this.
I love that you know that. That's just my kind of cheesecake, man.
That's getting added to the pull list.
Yeah, I'm on Midtown Comics getting that, but I'd like to add a few more things because they're, they charge like $8 or $9 for shipping, and I want to get more comics. So I was going to add the Harley Quinn bathroom humor issue.
Do you have DC Infinite?
I do. I just read Beast Wars Titans. Was it Beast
World?
Beast World. Yeah, I just read that yesterday as a build up to reading Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. I just want to. I know I don't have to, but I want to read Absolute Power and just see what happens.
Might be worth, because I think it's been long enough that should be on there first, and might be worth reading it there before the Harley special.
Okay.
Before going out and deciding if this is the kind of Harley book that you want to permanently have, since again you do have those strong reactions to bathroom humor, and if you read that and you're just like, I can't with this, like,
yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, you're 100% right. Okay, I love DC Infinite. Hogwash Poppycock says the mythology episodes or X-Files are really good, but when they come back in 2016, it doesn't.
I have never
make sense anymore.
I've never seen an episode of the X-Files.
Oh, I watched it from the very beginning to when Scully and Mulder left the show. So I don't know how it ended.
Huh.
But those episodes were all awesome. I loved every single episode.
Don't they get picked up by aliens or something at one point, or one of them gets
Mulder they're FBI agents, and Mulder is motivated because his sister was abducted when he was young.
Okay.
So he's like searching for his sister, and because she's been taken, and that's why he joined the FBI and heads up their paranormal unit.
And then, not to spoil anything, but I want to say it's the last season or certainly a later season, Mulder is written out of the picture for a little while and replaced with Agent John Doggett. And there may be some things like what you're talking about related to some disappearances there.
Okay. Is it kind of similar like Twin Peaks? I've never seen Twin Peaks either. So.
Twin Peaks is... tonally, I'd say they're pretty different. There's certainly some similarities. Twin Peaks is, I think, a little bit more ambiguous with it, whereas X-Files, like the whole premise of the show going into it is the cases they're investigating are the X-Files, and you go in with Dana Scully, who's a skeptic and looking at everything through science, Mulder, who's a believer who wants to sort of see these things, and they're investigating things that don't meet with normal logic. And so it's the whole back and forth of Scully trying to explain everything away with science and a rational explanation, and Mulder being open to there being something more, whereas Twin Peaks is sort of like you're in a town where fantastical things happen and they just sort of continue on throughout, and it sort of unfolds as it's going there.
Okay.
And I'd also say Twin Peaks leans into humor a little bit more, while also be willing to get a little bit darker than X-Files goes.
That was a good analysis. I agree with that 100%.
I've wanted to sit down with it. That'd be another one. I think I'd sit down with Twin Peaks and try to get through it. It's not
Twin
much.
Peaks holds up. I mean, Twin Peaks is a good watch.
Yeah, I think it's 4 seasons. I know David Lynch, he came back a few years ago to keep it going or something.
So there's the 2 original seasons. It kind of falls off halfway through season 2. So the whole thing that starts everything off and what made it like the mainstream success out of the gate was the mystery of who killed Laura Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
That mystery is solved part of the way through season 2. And then they evolve sort of into some other things that are going on there, but it never quite feels as big and impactful as it did when that was the main plot.
Mm-hmm.
And then following the end of season 2, it goes 20, 30 plus years without anything. And then it gets picked up and you get Twin Peaks: The Return. And I think that was 1 or 2 seasons, but you get a lot of the same people going. You get David Lynch who's doing it, and and then there was also the movie Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me, where David Lynch gets to be David Lynch here because he's not held back by being on broadcast television.
He gets to go a little bit weirder with it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll check it out.
More pizza talk. I welcome it. Thanks, Jess. Bunk, very close. Grandma pizzas are thick like Sicilians, But the top's all red because it's covered with marinara sauce and less cheese. They were invented in New York or New Jersey. Wish I could send a pic.
Okay. Are they still like triangular slices then? Because the sort of sauce on top, I typically think of more as like deep dish, going through there. So interesting. I'm gonna take a look because I think I've had, again, what at least I think of as grandma style. But after this, I'll do some Googling and see like specifically what it is.
OmniDog, will you be doing another video about your favorite single issue covers for the year? 100% yes. Thank you, Javi. All I needed was one person to bring it up, and that will make me do a video about it.
And will we be seeing that Artgerm cover showing up again?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I got to be up early because I got an event. I got to work tomorrow. So I got to get going.
Okay.
Thank you all for having me.
Being here.
It was fun. Bunk, it's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man.
Guys, have a good night. Be good to each other. Love y'all.
Take care, Lou. Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, here's Sean. How you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
what's going on, Sean?
Very
Thanks, man.
nice jacket, Bunk.
Thank you. I was saying before you got on that this was a birthday present for my wife, and I am very, very thankful. And I love light jacket weather that we're getting into right now. Did you ever make it past Last Judge in Silk Song, or are you still are you taking a little break from it?
Oh, Sean's playing it too.
Yeah, he was chiming in when we did our
right.
we did our batter days, and it turned into Silk Song stream. He was saying, as we were talking about Silk Song, he's like, "This is weird because I'm listening to you guys while I'm playing Silk Song right now,
right.
and now I'm listening to you guys talk about Silk Song." And then
That's
Josh was like, "Hey, Bunk, do a podcast about Silk Song and have me on." And you were like, "Oh, that is like my biggest pet peeve. Do not ask to come on and do things."
100%. Yeah. I'm glad you're here, Sean. I need to text you about stuff. So I'm glad to see you in the
very
chat.
ambiguous. Text about stuff.
Yeah, this was a good Simpsons episode with Mulder and Scully, with Mulder's badge and photo.
It was remember that episode. I'm gonna
look
that up.
It was actually pretty funny. He's right, and Mulder's badge and photo. He shows his FBI thing, and it's like, like a Playboy style, Playgirl style fold out.
Yep, doing a paint me like one of your French girls.
Yeah. Getting watched season 1 as it aired was amazing. It changed TV forever. Nice.
Yeah, I never watched X-Files all the way through. That was one that like I would catch them when they were on. And you know, like I saw some repeats, but it's never one that I've like caught every single one and watched the season from beginning to end with.
Imagine we find food-based comics to riff about. The viewers will quadruple. We should tie that in with wrestling. Wrestling and food.
I know. Let me look at my shelves real quick because I know that I've got. There have to be. I know that, like, that's a big thing for manga. As far as Western comics.
Oh, for food, yeah,
yeah, and like cooking and things like that. I am sure that if I took some time to look through my shelves, I could pull something out, but that's not particularly exciting. Live stream content of watch a man look at his shelf.
I didn't know this. X-Files was a Twin Peaks spin-off. Mulder was in Twin Peaks, sorta.
David Duchovny definitely was in Twin Peaks. He was not Mulder, but he was a special agent who was dispatched out to the town of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
I didn't realize that it was a spin-off, but yeah, David Duchovny is definitely an agent in that, and is he definitely makes his presence known. And the stuff they were doing with him, you were not seeing that kind of thing on broadcast TV at that point.
Hmm. Uh, wait. Oh, Sean's responding to the food comic thing from CNSS. There's some good ones. Oh, Rare Flavors. I have that, and I need to read it. And Starve are two of my favorites.
I never finished Rare Flavors. I read the first 2 or 3 issues on that, and I never just finished it out. And I really need to do that.
I wonder if Jess is getting deja vu from his Worlds Collide stream when Bo asked about Twin Peaks. I'm sure you know that I have already forgotten that.
I mean, that was a 5-hour stream, so I think there's some forgiveness to be given there.
Thank you. I've been having a great time with the game, but I'm still exploring. I know I'm behind, but I'm trying to soak absolutely everything in. Oh, good. I'm good. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to head for bed myself. I have an early start tomorrow. Jess, will you have your giveaway stream tomorrow at 1 p.m.? Did upper management give her approval? I think I'm going to wait to do the stream because I do have a lot of books to give away, but I am trying to grow out my goatee so it will dye a better color. I don't want it to quite be as long as Single Issue Steve's is from Aussieverse, but I want it to be a little fuller so you can see that it's dyed, and then my hair's fine.
Is junior management going to help you dye it this time around too?
If I ask her to, yeah.
She feeling better, by the way?
Sorry? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she had COVID. Good. It wasn't that bad.
Good.
So yeah, thank you.
Will she be making it on over for this Sunday, Rams Day?
Unless she's sick again. Sundays are always a definite for her to come over.
Good.
So Kane, I might be waiting a couple of weeks, but I am going to do a giveaway and try and make it a lot of fun. Thank you for asking. Wow. Us 90s kids would freak out over the intro song and turn the TV off. Oh, for X-Files? Yeah.
I do think that is one of the most iconic TV show theme songs of all time.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Yarny's talking to Sean about steaks. Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain did 2 comic series. That's right.
Get Jiro, yep.
Oh, while still streaming, yeah. Picturing it perfectly, they're baked square and thick, exactly like Sicilian slices, just with a marinara sauce dominating on top.
That's all right. That was what I was picturing then. Yeah, we when I was living in Boston, we had an Italian district there called the North End, and we had a lot of shops that were doing that exact kind of thing, the grandma style, where it was the square pan sauce on top. We also had just sort of your Sicilian style, where it was the baked in like that. But yeah, that's where I had grandma style. Delicious.
Wow, I really want that right now. Grandma style. I wonder where
pizza in general is great, man. Great pizza is great pizza. Like, sometimes people getting into these things about like, oh, New York style, just like pizza's great, man. Like there's great New York style, there's great Chicago style, there's great Detroit style. Just like have good pizza.
Yeah.
Stop worrying too much about it. Pizza should be fun and delicious.
There is a there's a couple of Detroit style pizzas in the district. And I really kind of want to try them. I haven't ever had Detroit style. Or real Chicago style either, really.
My grandfather was an old he was an old North Side Chicagoan, and I'll never so I grew up in rural Vermont. He grew up in Chicago, so I didn't get to see him a whole lot growing up. He didn't really travel that well, and we didn't get out there, so I'd go like many years in between. So he's someone that I didn't really know, but I remember the last time I really got to see him before he passed, I was working in Detroit for a little while, and he was in Chicago, and I had a little time off. Like I had a long weekend, and so I took the bus down and I stayed with him. And he was like, "Oh, hey, you're here. Let me get a pizza. How many slices do you eat?" And at this point, I was 21. Again, you've seen me. I'm 6'6". It's how you ended. As an aside on this aside, my favorite part about your Heroes Con thing is you're going out and you're telling all of this. Like the last thing you say after not a minute, and Bunk is so tall, and that was Heroes, and I was like, that's the last thought on Heroes, and Bunk is so tall.
It was kind of breathtaking. I was like, yeah, he's 6'6", and then we see you, and I'm like, F word, 6'6" is really tall. I totally forgot that.
Everybody, you heard it. Bunk is breathtaking. James, flip that.
Yep.
Play it whenever I'm having a bad day. But so I'm a big dude. I eat a lot of food, and he asked me, so how many slices do you eat? And also, I'm 21, so at this point, my metabolism is through the roof. I'm like, I don't know, like 4 or 5, because I'm thinking like a regular just style pizza, and at this point, I can crush a pizza myself.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks at me and he just sort of arches his eyebrow and he's like, 4 or 5, huh? And he's like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to get a large. But I want to see you eat that. And I'm like, man, like, I know you eat less as you get older, but like, is this man never around like young people? Like what, which probably he is not, but, and so it comes and it's a Chicago style deep dish. It's a stuffed pizza and that I have never had before. And I'm like, oh, this looks delicious. And I get through that first slice and I'm like, oh no, this is not going well. And so I take my second slice and I get like halfway through it and it's settling and I'm starting to get, and he just looks over me. He's like, oh, are you slowing down over there? Because you still got 2 or 3 pieces after that. I hope you're not getting full. And he's just straight on razzing me right now. And I was like, oh, I understand parts of my personality better than I did before. And also, this guy's a jerk for doing this to me without warning me what was coming.
This guy's a jerk. Yeah, I definitely think Chew's considered a food-based comic.
If there wasn't food, there's not much of a comic there. He has a superpower that he just does not straight use.
Okay, Kane, good night. Have a good weekend.
And actually, I have a soccer game I'm going to be coaching tomorrow. So I'll probably, this is about the 5-minute warning for me here.
Okay. I loved Unsolved Mysteries at night with the lights up. I was a wild child. I liked Unsolved Mysteries too.
Now, Unsolved Mysteries had an iconic theme song too, didn't it? Like I can't think of what it is right now, but I know it's one of those that if I heard it, it'd be like it would transport me just in a moment.
You're right, yeah.
And I feel like it had similar kind of vibes to X-Files, where it's that sort of like weird, spacey, a little spooky kind of thing.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Earth's Geo Bunk, did you get the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider Omni Volume 1? And are you getting Volume 2? It's right around the corner. Fire Skull Fire.
I did not. I can't say I'm much of a Ghost Rider person. Happy for those that are happy for it. I'm glad that there is more content on that, because I think for a while the only thing that was really available was like in Omni form was just the Jason Aaron run. But as far as the classic stuff, and it was all Johnny Blaze, there really wasn't any Danny Ketch stuff. So again, happy for those that are happy for it, but not really my thing.
Okay. I usually have 80s Saturday morning cartoons living rent-free in my head, but X-Files theme song is up there also. Yeah, Twin Peaks theme song is, I remember that one too.
All right, so since it looks like we're mostly caught up on the chat, I want to spend my last time here before getting out of here. Going back to Andrew's comment, I want to chat and Jess, what cartoon theme songs outside of you're like the ones that everybody thinks of, like DuckTales, and stuff like that. What are the theme songs that live in your head rent free? Because for me, things like Captain Bucky O'Hare, Captain Bucky O'Hare, and Freakazoid, Freak of me, Freak of you, nothing better on TV, Freakazoid, like those are ones where I will just be like going about my day, and it'll just like sort of hit there, going Pepper Ann, marching in her own parade. Pepper Ann, she's like 1 in a million.
I don't know any of these. I must have been 40 when these came out.
So Pepper Ann is one I bet you that junior management knows about. So that was one. No, she might be a little too young for that one, actually, now that I think about it. She might have missed out on that one. And then Freakazoid was 90s. Bucky O'Hare was, I think, late 80s, early 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's Pepper Ann was part of the Disney One Saturday Morning. That was meant for, what's up, Safar? Like slightly older, she was, that was in a cartoon slot with things like Doug and like a lot of elementary school kids. And then Pepper Ann was like, she was like in middle school. She was in 7th grade. So that was their like slightly older kid content.
Pinky and the Brain song.
Yep.
Always.
Nice. Animaniacs, I would say, is like one of those classic that I'd say is like a little too mainstream for this. But yeah, they're Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Yeah, I would say the spinoff on that you can get right there with that. Absolutely.
I love that you can do all these songs. Kong Kong Phooey. I remember that.
See, that's one I think that one was a little bit before my time. So I'm vaguely aware of the character, but I do not know that theme song.
I feel like Bat Cato must have seen it in reruns, because I feel like that was when I was little that Hong Kong Phooey came out. I think I feel like I remember it from young Jess's life. Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh, classic one.
What's it sound like?
Give me a sec on that one. Because all I can think of now is Animaniacs. Hold on. All I can think of is the end right now. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done. Bump.
That's enough. That's awesome.
And also, the show itself had great music. They Might Be Giants did a lot of different songs for that. There was a part where they did like a music video for Triangle Man. But yeah, for whatever, there's a block in my brain, like for everything before that, and it's just Animaniac stuff is coming in. I mean, Pinky and the Brain, they want to rule the universe. Mindy follows Black Relaxer with her purse. And I'm seeing the Tiny Toons there, but it's just that song is playing over it. I'm like, no, get out of there, get out.
Do you know this one from Carl? Adventures of the Gummy Bears theme song pops into my head at random times. And hello, all.
No, unfortunately, Carl is older than dirt, so that is unfortunately not one that I know of. Carl, be younger and read God Country, for God's sakes. Carl, for those that don't know, is a buddy of mine and a co-host with me of the Tired Dad Comics Club podcast, and we do have, for those that are sticking around, a new episode going up tomorrow of some Batman comics. So if you like talking Batman, check it out.
Nice. Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
'Cause these two gumshoes go slipping through the cracks. There's no case too big, no dent too small. When you need help, just call Chippendales. Rescue Rangers, Chippendales when there's danger.
Now I'm so bummed this episode is not being recorded. This would live on. Narf?
Yeah, that's Pinky and the Brain.
Oh.
That was Pinky. Narf!
Uh, Kappa Mikey is great, and every English Pokemon intro.
So the original is super classic, and actually, especially if you listen beyond where just the show starts, it goes on, and there's a sweet 80s like power ballad guitar solo that goes on. But some of the newer seasons have super good intros. I've been watching Pokemon Horizons, the new Netflix series, with my kids. First off, super great. We are absolutely loving it. The new batch of episodes drops next Friday. I can't wait for it. But the first season theme song on that goes so hard. Becoming Me, excellent. So and then also when it was still Ash, Pokemon Master Journey, that one was super good too. Really like both of those.
Safar wants to know, how's the Silk Song going?
So I had to take a break from it. I was saying earlier on, Silk Song was just absorbing my life. I was picking it up and I would think, oh, I'll just do like one quick run, and then it would be 2 a.m. and I'd be like, what happened? And I need to wake up in 4 hours. And I came to the realization that that is not a game I can moderate my playing on. So that is on the weekends I get to play that. So very slowly for my own health right now.
Definitely Gummy Bears. And here's Andrew giving you a kickstart with some lyrics.
I'm sure it's great, but that one was a little bit before my time.
Oh, that's right. It was it what was the one that you couldn't quite get?
Well, Tiny Toon Adventures was the one that I said was just the end of it. Wait, was that what? Yeah, no, Gummy Bears bouncing here and there. That's the one that Carl was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tiny Toon Adventures was the one that I just. For Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done. Bump. Like that's just that ending part is it, because anytime I'm trying to go there before, it's like there's like that section of my memory mind palace is blocked away, and I'm diverted to the Animaniacs theme song.
Oh, okay, right. Hong Kong Phooey started airing the year I was born. Okay, I was 15, and I know I watched it, but it was still on Saturday mornings before the main network cartoons started, along with Mighty Mouse. I totally remember him.
Hong Kong Phooey was the dog that did Kung Fu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. There's thank you, James. BunkMasta Carl's Collection, Tired Dad's Comic Club. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so we've got we did a Batman episode that's coming out tomorrow, where each of us chose 3 different ones. I'm particularly proud of the theme I arranged my choices for. It went into it as a surprise, but if you stuck with us this long, everybody, I'll give you a little preview. The books that I chose to cover for that are all Batman stories without Batman. I was really proud of the list that I came with together. And it was a really fun conversation.
That's fun.
Yeah,
that's a really good way to do it. Bunk, do you recognize this line?
Turn the page, wash your hands. Turn the page, wash your hands. It's because the ink gets all over it. That's Filbert the Turtle from Rocco. Rocco's another great theme song. That one was a little bit more vibes-based, as opposed to singing Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life.
I do remember that, but I don't remember the theme song. I remember junior management watching it. Gargoyles?
That's one that doesn't have lyrics. That's that one is very sort of similar thematically to Batman the Animated Series.
So
you have Keith David at the beginning doing a voiceover about before when they were going, and then it ends, and we live again, and then it swells up, and you get like this sort of like dark, epic orchestral piece that's going out, and you get them swooping all through the city. Like, yeah, Gargoyles had a great one.
And Transformers?
You got the touch. You got the power. You're talking about that one, right?
Awesome.
I can only assume you're talking about that and not Robots in Disguise because, The Touch is the only one that, you really need to know.
Just I read Scooby Apocalypse on the DC app. I loved it. Binged 11 issues and ended up ordering the Omni. Thanks for your advice. I'm glad it worked out so far. This is Gargoyles still? Yep. Mm-hmm. Bunk, you young pup. Yeah.
That's me, man.
Dragon Hunters opening performed by The Cure is a genuinely great song.
Well, I'm gonna have to look that up after the stream because
I
love The Cure. I saw them at Blossom just a few years back, but I have no idea that they did they did that.
Me either.
Tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun.
B-52s did the Rocco theme song. What?
Did they really? Okay.
Wow.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see that.
Episode is going live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
So everybody set your alarms. Get ready, 9 a.m. for your start of the Batman day.
Nice. I think we're past your 5-minute mark, but the Stickly theme, Nick in the Afternoon.
All I can think of Stickly now is in Abbott Elementary, where which love the show.
I do too.
Right now, but I don't remember the context. But there's Gregory, Mr. Eddie. There was someone who's like trying to be a bully, and like they keep bullying people, but only with like 90s Nickelodeon references. And they go up to him at one point. They're like, "What's up, Stickly? What you did?" He's like, "Stickly? Like what? How are you coming at me with Stickly?"
I remember. I really loved Hey Arnold's music.
How did?
Hey, I just remember.
I remember him and Gerald, like they would do that, and they go "wee wee wee" as part of that. But, like I can remember some of the visuals for the themes. I don't remember how the theme song went.
I just remember "Move It, Football Head."
But I mean, Helga was always telling him that.
And
by the way, I did not. I watched that as a kid. I absolutely did not pick up how Helga's mom was a depressed alcoholic, and they wrote into it like she was always hungover in the morning, and when she would move her coffee cup, you would hear like clinking of ice as like a way to indicate that it was not coffee that she had in that cup.
Whoa,
that was not something.
Missed that.
So, that wasn't something I found out until I was an adult and like was reading like interviews with the creator. But the whole point is that, Helga, she has this secret love and longing for Arnold, and he's got the sort of non-traditional family where he's being raised by his grandparents in this boarding house, versus Helga, who's in what is sort of more a traditional family, but there's cracks there too, and sort of her lashing out in the bully persona is presumably an outpouring of that, where her dad, Big Bob, in Big Bob's Beepers, is so consumed with that, and the mom is sort of this like left behind, neglected woman who's coping in non-healthy ways, and sort of that's the family structure that sort of pushes on Helga, that causes her to lash out against the world.
Oh, wow. I need to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, man, there's nuance and in a lot of this stuff that you miss as a kid. Like there's an Animaniacs scene where they're going through and Wacko says, "We need to dust for fingerprints," and you see a Dot, and she does the long arms and she goes, "Fingerprints," and she's holding Prince the singer, and he looks at her and goes, and she goes, "Maybe not."
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, the Hey Arnold was a really super good jazzy number, and it had really good jazzy theme music playing all the way through it.
I'm gonna need to go back because I watched a lot of all of those. I could like I can do like pretty much all of the other Nickelodeon theme songs through there, but for whatever, there's a block going on in my mind in what Hey Arnold's was. I remember at the end, he was going up the steps and then he kind of turns around and he goes, "Hey Arnold," and then like the thing goes there and it's like he kind of like makes a pose there, but I don't remember what the actual theme song was.
Yeah, I know right where the album is, but I can't play it on YouTube. Okay, I think we're almost at the 3-hour mark. So
listen, if you wanna solo this thing and get the chat involved in what everyone's favorite seasonal fall cereals are, like I think this thing's got legs to push 3.5 hours, but I do have a video I need to edit, and like I said, I've got a soccer game that I need to coach tomorrow. And I am counting down the weeks until soccer season is done.
I remember something similar with swim team and Kelly. I have BunkMasta's address in the description.
Wait, you're giving my address out? Dude, don't be doxing me here.
You totally doxing you.
Get out. That's James's job. If anyone's going to out me on the internet, it's James.
Okay, I just copy and paste
my back, man. Yeah, that's me. I've been a little bit more active as of late. I've been, before that, I've been kind of a little hands off. But I will also have an episode on BunkMasta Beyond Comics, my channel, about some Batman books. That'll be a lead into the Tired Dads conversation that I have with Carl that was linked earlier. So hey. If you liked hanging out with me here and want to hear me talk about Batman and books that don't have Batman in them, please give it a watch.
Nice. Thank you for being on tonight, and we look forward to you making future appearances. You are a great co-host, and I appreciate your donating your time for this. I genuinely love talking to you, so this was great.
Yeah, I always love getting out here and talking to all the OmniBros and all the Omni chats and Geo talking about how you just keep growing the OmniBros extended universe.
So I don't have anything coming up that I can say or talk about. There's nothing tomorrow, so I need to post that on my.
Wait, aren't you talking to Day tomorrow?
They forgot.
No.
Day and Dom forgot, and I was like, okay, maybe that's a sign. We're going out to dinner tomorrow night.
I will also be going out to dinner. So
nice.
Everyone, with the time that you would have used tomorrow to watch OmniDog instead, find someone important in your life. Doesn't need to be a romantic partner. Reach out to them, grab some dinner, have them over for dinner. Connect with someone in your life and in real space and let them know how important they are to you.
Wow, that's a good thought. Very good thought. That's a good way to end.
And then go back and watch OmniDog after you're back from that. Since he won't be live, just go back and watch one of the past shows and watch one of the many upcoming streams that'll be that James will link the schedule in the OmniDog Discord.
Love the advice, Bunk.
Yeah. And before we go, Jess, since we never did do the topic for real, thankfully, people can continue to buy comics for a year. They're not blocked out of that. And if they go to buy comics, where would you suggest that they go ahead to do that to find the best price on those?
Well, Bunk, thank you very much. I would suggest they go to InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions 30 to 60% off. And they have many, many sales. Don't forget to click on the sale button, and 2% loyalty discount. That adds up. And at the end of the month, we're giving away a free $50 gift card worth $50 of credit at InStockTrades.com, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order will get you free shipping in the U.S. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging at InStockTrades.com. Whoop, I got rid of the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. Good segue. Thank you.
Hey, always looking out for you.
I appreciate it. So peace and love to everybody. Thank you again, Bunk. This was great. I appreciate everybody that's watching, lurkers, chatters, everybody. Thank you
Everyone
so
on
much.
the replay.
Yeah, because some people do listen. Oh yeah, we were not replaying because it's not recording.
YouTube should keep a recording of it, won't it?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Because I think StreamYard is just saving it like there, but I think if you go live on YouTube, there should still be an archive of it.
Oh, okay. I just saw that they weren't keeping it, so because we ran out of storage.
I think that's just in your StreamYard account where you can access previous ones, but YouTube itself, unless you go to hide it, I think it should still be available if you go after the fact to the live tab, and it should still be on there.
That makes sense. Okay, good. Thank you.
And if not, don't worry, guys. This was a lackluster, mediocre stream, C- at best. No one's going to miss if this disappears into the ether.
That's we're going to end on that because it was brilliant.